sponsors, especially here in the town of Memphis, bought up some 20,000 tickets themselves and distributed them. So they were expecting a rather large crowd here tonight.
That's FedEx delivering, huh?
Delivering tickets as well.
Yep.
And so Louisville will be forced to punt it away with Nate Smith. Darren White is at the 10. All going right for Louisville. Chris Johnson got down there to pin him back to the 1.
Man, Zito's jersey smells rank.
Put ahead on the quarterback sneak. Maybe pick up 2 on the play. Bring up a second down and long. Certainly Danny has his fans.
Apparently not Dwayne White. White gave him a little shove at the end of the play. I guess he's not a big fan of his.
Coaching staff told us, everybody talks about Rigol, and that Wimprine is the toughest player on his team. Moving to his right, throwing against his body, and a poor throw. That one nearly intercepted. Anglin was in the neighborhood, but Anthony Floyd really got a hold of that. Well, college football Thursday night. It's 4th-ranked Virginia Tech against Boston College. The Big East season opener for the Hokies. That comes your way at 7:30 Eastern. Chestnut Hill. They'll be fired up about that back in ball. Being ranked number 4 on a Thursday night, not necessarily a good thing. Just ask Florida State. Wimprine able to get first down yardage. 7.5 left here in the first.
That Vatech Boston College game, Alumni Stadium, is going to be loud. We were there a few weeks ago for a Stanford game, and that crowd, when they get going, they are very loud. And I think that's going to be a bit of a problem for a young quarterback for Virginia Tech and Randall.
They will work themselves up in a night game at Boston College. It should be a
great atmosphere.
A great watch. First down and 10 now. They open here with 4 wide receivers. Wimprine throwing, and it is dropped. They'll say incomplete pass to Travis Anglin. He's fortunate it's an incomplete pass. Otherwise, could have been picked up on a fumble.
Well, they've dropped a couple of balls tonight, and they can't afford that. There is not really any margin of error for the Tigers. They have to make every play when you play a superior opponent. You really have to bring it. And these guys need to step up and help out their quarterback.
They've got to make every play, really, and then some. Rick Witt, the defensive coordinator from Memphis, said, we probably need 3 turnovers to win this football game. That's with everything else going according to the plan. Wimprine, quick throw. Looked like it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, but DeAngelo Williams able to come up with it. And it will be a short game.
Hey, Steve, right there. There's Rick Witt. There's a defensive coordinator for Memphis. He's a guy who's had to revamp this defense in the last 10 days or so. I mean, they played a lot of zone coverage. They were getting killed in the passing game, giving up a lot in the running game. So now when they're on defense, you'll see them be a little bit more aggressive to try and stop Louisville from running the ball so much.
Looks like you got a good play. Dwayne White tipped that football at the line, but it still goes for the short completion. Now 3rd down and 10, incompletion, I beg your pardon. Wimprine's going to go down. He's dropped at the 8-yard line. Dwayne White first. He tipped it, then he comes up with a sack.
Hey, Steve, remember when the Memphis coaches were telling us, hey, if they come out in eagle and come after us, we know they think we're not very good. Well, eagle, cover up all the linemen and get into the backfield. That's exactly what they do. They come at them, cover all the linemen, blanket the receivers one-on-one outside. They're saying our guys one-on-one are better than your guys.
Gaither is on the punt. And Gaither will call timeout.
The fans there, the students there, stormed the field after that win against Florida State, I should say, at Louisville. Well, what you may not have seen is that Dave Ragone was in the middle of that melee there. He told me yesterday that fans and students were jumping down on him, that they were grabbing him, hitting him. They even tried to pick him up and put him in a puddle. He said the whole time all he could think of was, you know what, I took a ton of hits during this game. Now I'm getting hit again. He said, you got to be kidding me.
Those were likely love taps from the home fans. That short pass able to complete to Joshua Tinch. Among the fallout, Rod, from that celebration over Florida State, everybody saw them take down the goalposts. I guess the students carried the goalpost to the library and hung out and partied there.
Oh, okay. Like there were any students in the library.
Well, outside the library. But goalposts in the library don't often go together.
I know, but I'm sure they had no students in there to worry about it. Heck, they were knocking off the number 4 team in the country. The library should have been closed.
That was a terrific football game. And John L., to his credit, said, hey, the rain absolutely evened the field in terms of talent and skill. Very proud of his guys, his program. Flag has fallen to the turf as Ragone is able to complete the J.R. Russell. And Ragone will pick himself up off the grass.
Exactly. He took a shot. You know, he took another shot, but he's a big guy, 255 pounds. He can take a few, and he's gotten a few this year behind that young line.
Illegal motion. Offense.
Now, one of the things they've tried to do with this offensive line is give them less stuff to think about. Now, this time, Ragone's out of the pocket. And he takes, Ballard gives him a big hit. He's outside the pocket, though. But what they've done with the line, they discovered after the first couple of games that they were giving them too much stuff when they were too young. You know, checking for blitz and whatnot. So they simplified it, and they put more pressure on Ragone to identify where the pressure is coming from. So the offensive line is better now because they have less to think about. Think less, you play better. It's a simple rule in football.
Went 15 of 27 for 182 and 2 scores, and those are not, you know, eye-popping numbers in that win over Florida State. But he was still the Conference USA Player of the Week. That's, of course, based on the conditions, who he was playing against, and, of course, how clutch he was down the stretch. So a tremendous effort from Dave Ragone. This is second down and 11. 2 receivers out to the left, and they'll try the ground game, and Henry Miller trying to turn the corner. Maybe gets a yard on the play, stays in bounds. You know, Rod, I was watching ESPN News earlier, and I thought I overheard you say that you had Ragone top 2-3 quarterbacks in the country. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. You heard me correctly, and I'll stand by that. I think he's right up there with Byron Leftwich and Rex Grossman, and in my opinion, those are the 3 best quarterbacks in college football as prospects. But if you talk about who's playing the best at quarterback, I like Seneca Wallace at Iowa State. I think if you're talking about a Heisman guy, I think Seneca Wallace is playing better than anybody right now.
Can I throw Cliff Kingsbury's name in there? Here's 3rd and 9. Ragone's going to take a hit, stays on his feet, what an effort, and gets rid of the football. There's some of the strength and toughness and smarts all rolled into one for Dave Ragone.
Well, I think what Lucas found out is that if you're going to come hit a 255-pound quarterback, you better bring something. There's Lucas. He didn't bring enough. He got there, he made a hit, but he didn't bring enough to take down the big fella. That's
got to be embarrassing for Trevico Lucas, who's one of the good pass rushers, got the good speed. The coaching staff says gets better every week, and that he's a great, great kid. He's going to take some good-natured ribbing about that, probably.
Yeah, and he's 240 pounds, and he's on the dead run, bringing it, and he can't knock over the big quarterback.
He might want to bring some friends next time.
I'm not sure they'll sign up for that duty.
On 4th down, set to punt. Here's Nate Smith. Darren White is back deep at the 10. Smith will run to his left. Last time he kicked it, this time he'll run with it. Needs to get to the 31. Did he get there? It's very close to the 1st down marker.
Now, Robert Douglas was there in a hurry. You know,
he did. I think he came up just short.
Nope, he had about 12 or 13 yards to go. He thought he had it. Watch what he sees. He sees the lane. He goes, hey, I can get there. I got all this. But he doesn't see Douglas showing up. Bam. Bam. That's a great tackle. Great form tackle. Look at this. You can't teach that any better.
Needed 8. Got just 7. So Smith, the tricky guy, he's taken off and rolled to his right and then rolled to his left on his 2 previous punt formations anyway. Pooched one of them and then just comes up short for the 1st down, and maybe some life for this Memphis Tiger team.
Yeah, I guess Louisville felt like, you know, they've been playing the whole game on this end of the field. It's not much of a risk to take a shot on 4th down like that.
So 1st down and 10 and some real field position for Memphis now. Things have calmed down since a couple of minutes into the game when James Gaylor had his punt blocked by Brandon Johnson, and then run in 5 yards by B.J. Steele for the touchdown. Option pitch fumbled. And seconds. Wimprine was able to come back up with it.
That was very close to being a forward lateral as well. Watch this ball as Wimprine comes to you. That ball's pitched. That looks forward to me. That looked like a forward lateral. But also, Dante Brown didn't have his eyes on the ball. I think he figured he was too far ahead to get that ball.
2nd down and 6. One of the ugliest looking 4-yard gains in college football history.
You know, in that option, that speed option, you're supposed to have a relationship where you're behind the quarterback. That's better.
Option to the left. This time with the pitch to Dante Brown. He's able to hang on to it. Can barely turn the corner. Maybe picked up a yard. Curry Burns came up to cut him off.
Now, Steve, you saw that time Brown was behind the quarterback. I mean, he had a better relationship. Watch where this pitch comes out. This pitch comes backwards. That's the way you run the speed option. You can't be ahead of the quarterback like they were 2 plays ago, and they lost the ball. They recovered it, though.
3rd down and 5. Wimprine in his 11th college start. The throw and completed. And a broken tackle. Tavares Gideon comes up with a 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 22.
And that's what they're going to need, because Louisville is saying, hey, our corners are better than your wide receivers. Well, on this play, Chris Johnson isn't better. He misses his tackle. He's got him sized up in pretty good coverage, but doesn't make the tackle. There's a little bit of Raxton running after the catch to pick up more yardage.
Gideon of Memphis. They want to get him the football. Coaching staff told us that he would be playing more in this game than he has recently. Made his Memphis debut in the opener in their blowout win against Division I AA Murray State. Had a couple of catches and one that went for a touchdown. Wimprine just 3 of 9 so far. They'll put it on the ground at Dante Brown and picked up 2 Rod Davis style.
You know, interestingly, we haven't seen much of DeAngelo Williams, the fine freshman running back from Memphis, who spells Dante Brown and who is in fact their leading rusher. And they're going with the senior in the early going here.
It's been a bit of an issue with Brown, who came in the top rusher from a season ago, and having a really split time with DeAngelo Williams. It's got to be tough for a senior to take.
Well, they got them both in there now.
And that's something new this season, putting him in the backfield at the same time, 2 true tailbacks. And they hand it off to Williams, right to the pitch to Williams. Out to the 35-yard line. White made the stop.
Well, Williams is the home run guy. He's the one who can take it the distance if he gets a chance. Brown, he's going to plug along and get you 4, 5, 6 yards. If he breaks one, it's going to be a 12-yarder. This guy, if he breaks one, he can take it to the house. He was the best running back in the state of Arkansas and chose to come to Memphis.
Tommy West, the head coach, told us this guy would be good in the SEC or the ACC. And he's still very high on Dante Brown. The coach and the running back have gotten together and sorted some things out. And there was a while Brown was trying to do too much. Now he has settled in nicely to his position. The throw is complete to the 27. It's Gideon again. Chris Johnson made the stop. It's a gain of 7. Final 90 seconds of this first quarter, and all of a sudden, this Memphis offense looks to be in somewhat of a rhythm.
Yeah, and look for Dwayne White to try to stop that. This is the area where Louisville will try and turn him loose a little bit and get after Wimprine. You know, they've had too much success right now. They're going to have to come after him a little bit.
Already have 2 third down conversions, giving them the 1st down here. They're going to complete the pass to Williams out of the backfield. And 1st down yardage again.
Well, give a lot of credit to Memphis right now. I mean, Louisville's rushing 4. They're keeping them out. They're running stop patterns in front of the soft coverage now, and they're picking up yardage.
1st down and 10. Handoff. Near side. It's DeAngelo Williams, and he's bumped back. Forward progress might take him to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Doug Whitaker, number 57, did a nice job getting up the field, leading DeAngelo Williams in there. The thing I like about Williams, he's got a quick step. When he cuts upfield, when he sees the hole, he gets into it. And Whitaker gave him a nice hole.
They can still get a 1st down. It's 2nd down and 4 from the 5.
The Memphis fans don't understand. You don't make noise and disturb your own team in the closed in.
They're certainly not used to trying to quiet the crowd here, I'm sure. Wimprine left one, end zone, batted up in the air, and it's caught. Touchdown! Darren White off the deflected pass, off of Anglin, and into the hands of Darren White. Touchdown, Memphis, and the Tigers are an extra point away from tying the score. And it's blocked. The extra point is blocked. And it's being run back by Chris Johnson. And that will take some of the excitement and momentum away,
I'll say,
from that touchdown. Wow, what a shame.
It changed Tommy West's mood in a hurry. He went from being happy about the 6 points to ticked off that they could not get the PAT. This is a simple fade route, but watch what happens. Anglin will get his hands on it. It gets tipped, and then White comes up with it.
Darren White, his first collegiate touchdown last year came against Louisville. A 17-yard reception in the 4th quarter. He's got another touchdown, and again it comes against the Cardinals. How about Wimprine on that drive? 4 of 4 for 51 yards.
Well, they had a little field position to start the drive. They opened it up a little bit more, and then I think Louisville helped them a little bit. They helped them by backing off on their coverage. They got a little bit soft. They got beat up some man-to-man, and I think they softened it up a little bit.
But the blocked extra point prevents this from being a tie game. Louisville continues to thrive in that special teams area. Blocked punt tonight. They return for a touchdown and a blocked extra point. Roderick Clark finds himself with some running room. And he's out to the 40-yard line, and that will do it. A 33-yard return. That's the end of our first quarter. It's 7-6 in favor of Louisville.
Log on to ESPN.com and play Six Pack, presented by Miller Lite.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret? You're a man of few words. I like that.
Got a buck? You're in luck, because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty or a McChicken sandwich for just $1 every day at McDonald's.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
Be raw in bed. Groove. Step in and out of the groove. Deconstruction of construction. Liberation from limitations.
Exploration of mind and soul.
Free. Wow. With control.
Free with control.
Freestyle.
Acting in the now. Creation. On the fly.
Fly. Your brain never asking your body why.
Not knowing what your next move is.
Freestyle. Agile. Mobile. Dancing and going.
Whichever way it wants to be flowing.
Mind roaming so your body can follow.
Body roaming
so your mind can follow. No right,
no wrong.
Just doing it. That's freestyle. Freestyle with control. Freestyle. Free with control. Freestyle. That's freestyle.
Go freestyle. Get live. NBA Live 2003. Rated E for everyone. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Next time you're on the road and you need to fill your tank, here's something to consider. New Shell gasoline is specially formulated to help prevent deposit buildup in your engine, which helps keep it clean. And a clean engine performs better, which is why when they're looking for more from their gasoline, so many drivers choose Shell.
got an apology to make? Hello, I'm the voice of the telephone company's automated answering system. Perhaps you recall the 20 minutes we shared together. Isn't it ironic that you were calling us for an additional phone line when we could use a couple of extra lines ourselves? I wished I could make it up to you. Let me suggest Staples. They do all they can to get you in and out quickly because they know how precious your time is.
Get back time. Go to Staples.
Most points ever scored by a Memphis team here in the Liberty Bowl, 1969 against Lee Corso's Louisville Cardinals. And Memphis beat them 69-19. I wonder if Lee was aware of that fact and that young fan here in the stadium.
Lee was doing something else besides coaching?
And not coaching that well on that night anyway, falling 69-19. As we open up quarter number 2 from the Liberty Bowl here in Memphis in a 7-6 game. A wild game filled with mistakes to this point. Henry Miller, the ball carrier, pick up 6 on the play. Derek Ballard brought him down. Thursday at midnight, catch the latest series from ESPN Original Entertainment called The Season on SEC football. This week, see how the people from Georgia and Auburn prepare for their big meeting. And the season covers the 7 days leading up to the SEC matchups with an emphasis on the home team. That's all coming up on the season. On 2nd down and 4. We're going rolling to her left and throwing to his left. And they'll say he got it. Good catch. Damian Dorsey able to bring it in. Cameron Essex was there on the coverage.
Hey, did you watch the season last week? I did. It was a good one.
I have seen it in the past. I didn't see that last episode, though. It's a great piece of television.
Yeah, pretty good. And here's a nice piece of work by Damian Dorsey coming back to the ball. Nice job on the sideline there. You know, Louisville hasn't been on the field very much offensively. They only ran 9 plays in the first quarter.
Here's Miller breaking a tackle and should have enough to move the chains again. O.C. Collins, the leading tackler for Memphis, cut him down. Never a great sign, though, when your free safety is your leading tackler. That means they're getting some yardage on.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty active. They do design some things to get him involved, but there have been a lot of running backs getting into the secondary. But they really haven't been on the field a lot, Louisville. They talked about 23 offensive plays by Memphis in the first quarter, dominating time of possession.
On 1st down and 10. 3 receivers to the right of Ragon. That's Henry Miller. We get a good look at him. They come with some pressure. Ragon unloads, able to complete the short pass for about 4 to Broderick Clark, conveniently wearing uniform number 4.
Ragon picked up the blitz very nicely. Memphis, as we talked about before, they played a lot of zone up into this ballgame. They had not played any man-to-man coverage all season long. So they come out here, they show a little blitz, a little man-to-man, but they don't know how to disguise it because they really haven't played it. So Ragon picks it up.
Tommy West implementing the new defense, trying to help stop the run. That's what Rick Witt, the defensive coordinator, says has become their first priority now. Stop the run and go from there. And West was certainly honest enough to say, you know, we realize we're going to put more pressure on our corners, guys playing on the edge, a little more manning. And I realize this is not a great week to do that with, of course, high-powered Louisville and Ragon coming to town, but had to do something to stop the bleeding.
But, you know, your corners, your true corners like that challenge. You can't be a corner if you don't want to play man-to-man coverage.
Go with a fullback, and they hand it to DJ Kamer, the true fullback type. And the football now goes flying out of the pile. And he should have 1st down yardage.
You know, if you're a defensive coordinator and you have corners who say, put me in zone, I prefer zone.
Get somebody else?
Get somebody else, because your corners have to be arrogant, they have to be nasty, they have to think they are the best, toughest players in the world. And they like the idea of having the pressure on them.
Whether they have the talent and the skills or not, right? That's
exactly.
At least you want the mental attitude.
Right.
Hand off Miller, left side, will turn the corner, that's a running room, touchdown! Henry Miller in regulation. There is a flag down, however, at the 17-yard line. Made that look easy. We'll see why.
Holding on the offense.
Maybe that's why it looked so easy.
Well, Derek Ballard was the guy who was trying to get out there, and he just about got tackled. He got wrapped up. Anytime you see a guy wrap his arm around the outside, watch right here. Watch right there. He's gotten double teamed, and you've got Tony Slater outside of him with his arm around him, just wrapping him up. Now, that'll get you to the outside. If you look at this, there it is, right there. Arms all around the back numbers. That's a hold. That's an easy one to call.
First down at 18 with 3 tight ends now in. And they run the ball, maybe a pickup of 2 on the play.
Well, if you're John L. Smith right now, you're thinking, okay, my guys don't have Florida State out of their system yet. You know, we've been great on special teams, haven't been on the field a lot offensively. Maybe my defense has been out there too much, but we got to punch this thing in and quit making mistakes. That's what he's thinking right now.
Does the start, the block, punt, return for a touchdown maybe hurt them, make it look easy right away?
Could be.
Now we already got a 7-0 lead.
Could be. Good point.
Second down and 15. 3 receivers to the right. T.J. Patterson carried the football the last time. He remains in the backfield. Now the ball is tipped, batted in the air. Ragone was pounded as he was released, and he was hit by who else but Tony Brown.
Yeah. If somebody is going to get to Ragone and bring something, it's going to be Tony Brown. And he's 275 pounds. He's the best pass rusher on this team. And when he gets in there, he can deliver a little bit more than any other guy in that front seven. And he goes up high. That's his second pressure tonight. Watch it. Right to the right spot up high. And get Ragone down to the ground.
It's interesting. Brown could have put the big body shot on him, but maybe it's more intelligent play. Go for the arm, go for the football.
Highest point. He did a great job there.
That's a conscious decision. So it's a 3rd and 15 now. Miller is back in the game. Here's Ragone, straight drop. And now flags drop and whistles blow.
Dead ball, delay of game on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Now it's starting to get into it, make some noise, get some things going for the home team.
You got noise. You have a team that is the 2nd worst in the country in penalties, and you're kind of sluggish, and you're coming off the Florida State hangover. This is not good right now for Louisville, and they know it. John L. Smith knows it.
Look at the penalties for Louisville. By far the most in Conference USA. It's not even close. They led the conference in that department a year ago. Here's Ragone. Great protection. All sorts of time back to the end zone. Overthrew Joshua Tinch, who goes 6'3" and couldn't haul it in. Certainly had a step or two.
And it shouldn't have had a step or two. I mean, you're talking about a secondary that was laying off. I mean, they had 2 safeties playing deep back there, and Tinch still got by them.
And this will be a field goal attempt of 46 yards for Nate Smith. As long as this season is from 45. Has had 1 blocked. They got some pressure. Smith gets it away. And it is good. They'll call it 47 officially for Nate Smith. And once again, Louisville up.
Well, this will give Memphis the same kind of field position they had on their last scoring drive, up around the 30. They'll get to the 35 this time. They were at the 33 last time.
We have a kickoff out of bounds, untouched by the receiving team.
Is he pointing to Alex? Let's go down to Alex Flanagan.
Hey, Steve, well, worry about us. That is the theme of Tommy West's theme for the year for his football team. He says that because before his team can worry about opponents, they have to first learn how to play football themselves, just to make sure that his players are reminded of that. There is a big sign in the Tigers locker room that reads, "Do what we do. Do not worry about them." Steve?
He said he did not mention Louisville, the name or word Louisville, a single time. In fact, he mentioned ESPN a couple times, but not Louisville to his troops. I mean, this is really, for the time being, with where this program is right now, this is about Memphis and the Tigers. Wimprine jammed it in there to the 45 to Tavares Gideon, who's really come on.
Well, smart call on Tommy West's part. The ESPN issue and the cameras, he felt, would get the players' attention more than Louisville. And he's right. Right now, he's got his receivers getting the attention of the defensive backs for the Louisville Cardinals making plays. I'm thinking baseball with St. Louis.
Wimprine has hit on his last 5. This time he'll keep it himself. Try to move the chains. And he does have first down yardage. It was not a pleasant week for Memphis. They found themselves down 21-3 in the first minute of the second quarter at UAB. They lost 31-17. And West's biggest concern, he said, we didn't compete for the first time. Competing is what they want to hang their hat on, this program, and they flat out did not compete. And that's a harsh reality for any coach to admit about his team. Inside handoff. Dante Brown picks up a couple.
Well, they're competing tonight. I mean, they had an opportunity early in the ball game to just kind of let this thing get away. You get a block punt, you're on your own 3-yard line, you can mail it in. But they didn't. Instead, they kept fighting and competing, and they got right back into it.
Ragone watches the opposite number. Wimprine. Again out of the shotgun, inside handoff, it's a reverse. It's Darren White who caught the touchdown, but he's unable to turn the corner.
Steve, this no-huddle offense, I think, does have an impact on a defense. I remember as a player, I didn't like to face a team that had a no-huddle because you didn't get a chance to rest. You never got a chance to get back into your own huddle, talk to your own guys, and get ready to go.
But Rod, it does seem like they're getting an opportunity to rest once they come to the line of scrimmage, because now's the delay to maybe catch your breath.
Yeah, but you're standing there, you're focusing on what you're doing.
On 3rd down and 5, Wimprine under some pressure, gets it off, and it goes through the hands of Dante Brown. I think it would have been shy of first down yardage anyway, but unable to haul it in.
Well, going back,
drop.
Yeah, but back to that no-huddle thing. You know, you do like the opportunity to regroup, figure out what's going on, even if it's just to talk to your teammates about what you're seeing and doing. You can't do that when you're facing a no-huddle and you got to stay out of your position.
4th down and 5, and look at this. Wimprine is punting it. Punts it down inside the 10, and it'll be down at the 8-yard line. Danny Wimprine, the punter, does a good job. Pins Louisville back. 41 yards on the Wimprine punt.
Murph, gotta see this. Congratulations. You found a boat in the middle of the ocean.
It's a potion. This Halloween,
I think I saw something I couldn't possibly have seen.
a presence is awakening.
I said, we get the hell out of here.
And another world.
What are we gonna do?
Is waiting. Ghost Ship.
I know all of this isn't real.
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 25th.
Man, Zito's jersey smells rank.
You need to wash it.
Can't wash it. It's his lucky jersey.
What about the streak? Just wash it.
Steve, we have a problem.
He's starting today.
MLB Authentic Collection, available at these fine retailers.
To do your best, you need to look and feel your best. Hi, I'm Derek Cope, race car driver and TV analyst. When I started to notice my hair thinning, I took action with Avacor. With its all-natural DHT blocker and topical physicians formulation, Avacor jumpstarts your hair growing again. It worked for me. It's about confidence and the desire to win. Avacor.
Call 888-880-3787. Use Avacor risk-free for 1 full year. 888-880-3787.
With Rod Gilmore and Alex Flanagan, Steve Levy. This is college football it's Tuesday night. Tuesday night college football on ESPN2 from the Liberty Bowl in Memphis. Louisville, fresh off their stunning college football win over 4th-ranked Florida State. And they find themselves with a 10-6 lead, thanks primarily to their special teams.
Yeah, they've been stellar. Brandon Johnson gets a block, his 3rd of the season to get things going. The Memphis defense pretty darn good. Only played 9 plays in the first quarter, and then a pretty good bounce for the Tigers to get their lone touchdown.
9.5 left here in the first half. This is 2nd down and 3. And Ragone will hand it off to T.J. Patterson. Nothing doing there. The Memphis defense certainly has come on, slowing down the running game of Louisville. They are without Greg Harper, Memphis is. He broke his leg against Tulane. This guy led them in tackles for losses last year. His backup, Sheldon Taylor, tore his knee in practice. So they're really thin at the linebacker position. They hope to have both of those linebackers back in a couple of weeks.
Well, you wouldn't know the difference without them because you're playing pretty darn well.
3rd down and 3. Showing some depth. Memphis is on defense. Miller, the single setback. Here's Ragone to throw. Under pressure, like his first read. And his 2nd and 3rd are much better. He's dropped inside the 10, led by Mowbray Rowand.
Well, Steve, that was a coverage sack. Ragone went through his progression and couldn't find anybody, and when he decided to run, it was too late. You're going to see coverage here and in here. Everyone's going to be settled in. Look at that. They've got all the underneath zones covered. Ragone looks there, nobody to throw to, nothing doing. And when he decides to run, it's a little bit too late.
Wade Talachka is back at his own goal line. Gets it away without a problem. Darren White will run up at the 50. There's the flag, likely the halo. Wasn't given enough room to catch that football, even though he did. He ran it all the way back to the 35 of Louisville, and they should have tremendous field position. 37-yard punt, 15 on the return. We'll check the flag.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's a halo violation. Yeah, that's one I'm not crazy about. They changed it from 5 to 10 yards. I don't know the impact of that. I don't know why you do that.
I think people thought it was worth 5 yards getting a free shot.
No, but you can still hit him with a 15-yard.
Interference on the kicking team. That penalty is declined. The yardage gained on the return is more than the 10-yard penalty. 1st and 10. Timeout.
This Louisville defense finding itself challenged here in Memphis at a 4-point game. And they played each other as members of the Missouri Valley Conference, the Metro Conference, now as proud members of Conference USA. It's a 4-point game, under 8 to play here in the first half. And after a very shaky start by Memphis, they're more than hanging around. Handoff to DeAngelo Williams. And he's able to pick up 3 yards on the play before Chris Johnson brought him down. This special salute goes out to the members of the 86th Airlift Wing out of Ramstein Air Base in Germany. These are the folks who fly the big Air Force transport planes. We want to thank you for getting the proper people and the supplies to all our men and women of Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan and all points in between. Thanks for all that you do. On 2nd and 7 now. Wimprine throwing for the end zone. Got a big touchdown! It's Antoine Harden. 32-yard touchdown pass. And the Tigers have taken the lead.
Well, Steve, we talked about how he was the guy who could get deep. 3 catches for touchdowns over 50 yards this season, and that was just a go route, his favorite route.
Randy Fitchner, the offensive coordinator from Memphis, said he's got to catch one over their heads, and that was it. And even the extra point is good. 7:13 to go in the first half. What's going on in Memphis? The Tigers by...
Want all the latest in home entertainment without the tangled mess? The 24-inch Toshiba combination flat-screen TV VCR DVD. It's everything you need in one simple system. And right now at Sears, enjoy 0% financing for 1 year. Call for a store near you. With this system, just plug it in and bam, you've got the digital technology of DVD, the functions of a VCR, the crisp picture of flat screen, and oh yeah, you've got more space and no more tangled mess. The 24-inch Toshiba combination flat-screen TV, VCR, DVD. If you find it priced lower, Sears will match it. Only Sears has the brands you want with the guarantees, credit, and service you need. Sears. Where else?
There's people lifting with the legs. You're leaning.
Need to store your stuff? Now there's an easier way. Let Public Storage do the work. Decide what you need to store. They'll pick it up and move it into storage for you. Nothing could be more convenient than this. All it takes is one phone call. 1-800-44-STORE. Next time, let Public Storage, America's storage leader, pick it up for you.
ESPN2's presentation of primetime college football, brought to you by Old Navy Painter's Pens, the Handyman's Classic.
Beale Street in Memphis. Rob, does that look familiar to you?
Oh, I would never go there. What are you talking about?
A little barbecue last night, putting some South in your mouth.
Now, you know I did not have any barbecue.
No, I did. Let's make that very clear. There's Wimprine. Think about the way he started, though. Started just 2 of 8. He's now hit 6 of his last 7, including the 2 touchdowns. And yes, a 41-yard punt. Broderick Clark is back from his own end zone. He'll carry it out. And out to the 20 and the 23-yard line. All right, a lot of football time left. Is this shocking to you?
Yeah, well, watch this here. There's Harden, and he's going to be on Minchkin here. He's just going to run a go route. Now, the mistake that Minkins makes here is he lets his cushion get broken down. He doesn't turn his hips and get up the field before the receiver catches him. And that allows Harden to get ahead of him and make the catch. Cushion got broken down a little bit too quickly on him.
This is a guy who is all about football, Wimprine. Said he wants to be the best quarterback in the conference, and his coaching staff has said, hey, you watch 15 in the other uniform tonight. He's the best quarterback, and that's Dave Ragone. Be like him. Here's Ragone on the move. The pump breaks 1 tackle, can't break a second. Finally taken down by Trevico Lucas. The first shot at him was by Kenyon Glover at 6'3", 275. He couldn't bring Ragone down.
Oh, no. It's going to take more than one guy. There's a good shot, but he couldn't get it. I mean, that's a big quarterback. I mean, he's right up there with Dante Culpepper of the Vikings. They say he's 255. I think he's got a couple biscuits more than that going.
Second sack officially for Memphis tonight. Brings up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they fake the inside handoff. Ragone still got it, he'll throw. And it is a pump, actually. A great fake, and then he didn't fool anybody. He is belted out of bounds by Kenyon Glover. Didn't get him the first time, he got him the second time.
Yeah, he brought his 275 to match and exceed the 255 of Ragone. But Ragone had no place to throw the ball. He's looking down the field. Everybody's covered. He pulls it down a second time. Still, he couldn't find anybody. And by then, Glover's on the scene. Great coverage out of the Memphis secondary, a young secondary.
Ragone sacked 19 times, and they're fired up here in Memphis, trying to get some home field advantage cooking here at the Liberty Bowl. 3rd down and 16. An inexperienced young offensive lineman has come on, showing some holes here tonight. And the flags fly.
I think the crowd is starting to get it as to when you make the noise.
And look, might have been movement on the offensive line.
Good
Travis
ball.
LaFew.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remaining 3rd down.
Yeah, you know, earlier they were making noise when Memphis was trying to go in for a score. Now they figured it out. You got a 3rd and 16. The visiting team is backed up. Now they're getting loud. And John L. Smith is going, what did I walk into here tonight?
I'm sure Florida State and Bobby Bowden are saying the same thing 2 Thursdays ago. 3 sacks already of Ragon. Back to pass, protection's good, steps up and fires, but he's short of the first down on the completion to Dante Spillman. For Spillman, it's his first catch of the game. He did not play against Florida State in that game, violation of team rules. I mean, he missed, the greatest victory in school history. That's a shame.
Yeah, he must have been on double secret probation.
Yeah. He comes up with the catch there, but it's not enough for the first down. And how about this Memphis defense?
Hey, they're showing up. Yeah, they're mixing things nicely. Going with some pressure, playing some 2 deep, a little bit of quarters, some 3 deep, but just enough to make that man's team a little bit nervous, a little bit inconsistent.
And Louisville will spend a timeout. They find themselves in unfamiliar territory, trailing by 3 and getting ready to punt it away.
I want to explore.
I want to contribute.
I want to inspire.
I want to achieve.
I want to grow.
I want to dare.
I want to dare to be great at the University of Louisville.
It's Bourbon Street.
Louisville's last 2 possessions, this explosive offense, they've managed to make it all the way to their own 13 and their own 22-yard line. Wow. And now they'll punt it away.
Yep. And Memphis,
Talachka back at about a 6.
Memphis will get the ball in good field position once again.
Darren White will see to that. He's at his own 36. Going for the block here. Talachka gets it away. It's a low kick. Takes a bounce. And there's a flag. Or is that a flag? So there's something thrown.
No, he's just marking the ball.
Oh, the beanbag.
Yeah.
It's not yellow, therefore not a flag. It goes a 42-yard punt. College football Thursday night. Virginia Tech and Boston College. Little Big East showdown. And adding to the intrigue of this game, Frank Beamer has come out and named a true freshman kicker, Nick Schmidt, the guy to take over.
Not Elvis?
Elvis is punting, I believe. I don't think he's going to do the place kicking. The junior Carter Warley is banged up, and so they'll go with a true freshman on Thursday night up at the Heights of Boston College. Dante Brown, the ball carrier.
Yeah, if you're going to play Virginia Tech, you prefer to play them on the road. You don't want to go to Blacksburg and play Virginia Tech.
How about if you're going to play these Louisville Cardinals like Memphis? How shocking is this to you right now?
I think it's very shocking because I don't think we really expected to get the great defensive play out of Memphis that they've shown. Louisville has not run the ball very well on a team that gives up more than 200 yards a game.
2nd down and 10. Dante Brown trying it. Rod Day able to make the stop.
Well, they run just enough inside traps to keep the Louisville defensive linemen honest. They like to get up the field and pass rush. So they trap them inside to make them say, hey, you guys got to stop and check because we'll run something back inside on you.
3rd down and 3. I think at this point Louisville realizes they're in a football game.
I think it has dawned on them.
Wimprine all by himself in the backfield. Under pressure. Now there's company. And he is brought down. Sacked at the 34-yard line by Dwayne White, the sack master. White picks up his 2nd sack of the game. Already the all-time leader for Louisville school history in tackles for losses. He's also the all-time leader now in sacks in school history.
Well, you can't just expect to handle White one-on-one the entire contest. You're going to have to give a little bit of help, and they did not give help that time.
Memphis in punt formation. And from the 20, James Gaither gets it away. And it'll turn Damian Dorsey out to the 35, hit down from behind, and brought down at the 39. And so they'll have good field position, 39-yard punt and 8-yard return. And so you wonder about the shock value in this game. You know, here's Louisville off their thrilling win over number 4, and Memphis hanging right there with them. And that's something Memphis wants to do. They wanted to compete. That's what Tommy West told us. They want to compete with everyone in their conference. Don't have to win it, but at least compete. They're certainly doing that tonight.
Well, yeah, they've got that thing going. They are competing, and it started in practice. And you just don't come out on Tuesday night and play the game. You got to start competing in practice, and they've gotten that thing done.
Henry Miller to the left side. And Ron, I believe you have a question for Reese.
Reese, what do you have for us, buddy?
Oh, Rob, look at you being multi-dimensional and tossing back. Well, gentlemen, both of you, coming up at the half, we'll recap a weekend of close shaves among those in the top 10 and how it impacts the big games coming up on Saturday. Bob Davey, the professor for Football 101, Mike's going to try to offer some graduate work as well. And is overtime okay? We'll have them argue about that coming up at the half.
Okay, Reese, we'll keep an eye on that.
The overtime question is certainly interesting. I love college football overtime. Here's Ragone throwing and completing out to the 50-yard line. And Russell caught the ball with his knee already on the ground.
Now you like the overtime because we've already had one, and we've been close to a couple on our Friday night games.
Well, I know the opponents of it will say, hey, it's not really college football. It doesn't show you all aspects of the game. How do you handle it?
Well, but neither is the pro game, where only one possession. Yeah, you get one possession, the game can end.
Well, given the choice, the NFL system or the college system, I think the college system.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
3:05 left here in this first half. Patterson has checked into the game. Malone set back. Ragone, the quick throw and the even quicker drop by Dante Spillman, and it'll just go as an incomplete pass.
Yep, gotta be. You know, if you look at what the Louisville offense has done tonight, 3 points. Remember, they got 7 on a block kick, so they really have been ineffective. And this is not the same offense that you saw in the second half of that rainstorm against Florida State. They're being stymied by a defense that, let's face it, has not been very good this season. Not good at all.
Especially against the run. Louisville has yet to break a real long one. And 5 first downs in this first half. And on second down, Henry Miller maybe gets 3 and bring up a 3rd down and long. So I ask you, Rod Gilmore, who's the star quarterback in this game?
Well, the guy who has the 2 down here, the 2 touchdown passes, I think he's playing like a star.
Which one's up for Heisman consideration, Rod?
You're trying to throw everybody in that race, huh?
3rd down and 7. Dave Ragone with the number 16 on his helmet. That's the number the great late Johnny Unitas wore as a member of the Louisville Cardinals. Here's Ragone in some trouble, finds his way out of it, and now he'll dump it off as he was being hit. Looked like he was out of the tackle box area.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There is no flag.
Yeah, once you're outside that box, you can throw the ball away just like they do in the NFL. But this is a big guy. I think officials want to give him a little benefit of the doubt because he can break tackles. You don't want to blow a quick whistle on a guy like this. And he gets rid of that ball. You got to prove to the officials that you can take that big guy down before he's going to blow a quick whistle on, because they've seen him get away and take hits and not go down.
Louisville, 41% on 3rd down conversions coming into this game. Here tonight, they are just 1 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. And now, trying to punt it away as they've been doing most of the night. Nate Smith, a little run, and then the pooch. And let's see. Ball in the end zone, go for a touchback. And they'll bring back to the 20-yard line. Thursday at midnight, catch the latest series from ESPN Original Entertainment. It's called The Season, SEC Football. And the season covers the 7 days leading up to SEC matchups with an emphasis on the home team. See how the players do in class, on the practice field, Now the cheerleader students and alumni get ready for a game day. It's the season coming up on Thursday night.
Now you know how that deal works. You get some of that going and you get on there. Now everybody wants to be a part of it. Let's hear the call.
There is no foul. The receiver was not in a position to catch the ball. Therefore, we have a touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20.
Now, remember, you get a behind-the-scenes look. And here you see this. That ball went off the head of, I think that was Floyd Anthony. It was. I mean, Anthony Floyd, that ball bounced off of him and then went into the end zone, so no flag there. But getting back to my point, Ravens had that behind-the-scenes look, then the Dallas Cowboys, and then the college guys want to get on it. So you got the SEC. So you're going to see more and more teams say, hey, we've got something special going on. Bring the cameras in and look at us too.
How'd that work for the Ravens? That was the year after they won the Super Bowl, right?
Was it?
I don't think that they had a particularly good season.
It was after,
Once our cameras rolled in, so I'm not sure they want to invite us over. Brought down at about the 18 is Wimprine, taken down by Dwayne White, who's having himself a football game.
Yeah, as long as they block him with one guy, he's going to have a big football game. And if you block him with two guys, he still might have a big football game.
Coming up on the final 90 seconds to play here in this surprising first half. Here we see career sacks, active players. White, again, already the school leader all time in that department.
Tremendous speed. He's got great first step, and then he maintains it.
Nice to be 6'3", 280, and really fast, too. Difficult combination. DeAngelo Williams, speaking of really fast, he's your ball carrier and picking himself up off the turf. Tyrone Satterfield brought him down.
You talk about White and his tremendous ability to get to the quarterback. You think about a guy who in high school was a running back at his size, 1,800 yards and 29 touchdowns.
White's a guy trying to repeat as the conference's Defensive Player of the Year. We'll be right back.
It's Bourbon Street and Beale Street. It's the East, the Midwest, and the Deep South. It's the Windy City and the Queen Cities, the Gateway and the Gulf. It's the Bluegrass State and the Lone Star State. Conference USA. It's where we play.
Back in Memphis, Tennessee, Louisville, a team really coming into the season. People thought they were going to break up the BCS a little bit. Of course, they came out and lost at home to Kentucky. And since then, have certainly bounced back in a big way with their huge overtime win against 4th-ranked Florida State. As for Memphis, they have struggled as well, just 2-3, 1-2 in the conference. Their 2 wins, however, have been here on their home field. And with 65 seconds left in the half, find themselves with a 3-point lead.
Well, if they get the single coverage, they still may have a chance to go up top on these guys. But if they don't get that, then they probably need to back off and just run some time off this thing.
Memphis does have 2 timeouts remaining. This is 3rd down and 7. And here's Wimprine. Has good protection, lofting it down the sideline. And off the hands of Tavares Gideon. Could not bring it down. Chris Johnson was there with him step for step.
He had a shot at it, though. I mean, Wimprine did a nice job of giving it enough air so that Gideon had a shot at it. You know, that name Gideon sounds familiar. Yep, Sherrod Gideon was his cousin who played over at Southern Miss and was a fine receiver that.
And with the incompletion, Memphis forced to punt it away. In case you're just joining us, Gaither had his first punt a couple of minutes in, blocked, and returned for a touchdown by B.J. Steele. And that gave Louisville 7 of their points. That one nearly blocked. Gaither just able to get that away. And because he rushed it, went out of bounds, they'll spot it at the 40-yard line. Steele had the pressure on Gaither, and we sent it down to Alex.
Well, Steve, Coach Tommy West is very pleased with what his defense has been able to do. He came over to the bench and told them, listen, we have Louisville rattled. We've got to play, do what we're doing, continue to play well. Coaches just surrounded the defensive unit, and they said, we cannot let Louisville score before the half. Do not let them score. Light it up, they told them. Steve?
Alex, it's just a 17-yard punt by Gaither. The punter not helping out the defense. So let's see. Louisville has 1 timeout left. 51 seconds. They take over at the 40 of Memphis. Here's Ragone. Throwing. Sideline. And they'll say incomplete. Damian Dorsey was already on his backside, unable to come up with the grab.
Well, Steve, Ragone can move this team right now. The corners and safeties are playing so soft right now that there's 10 to 15 yards of room in front of the secondary to just pick them apart and get down the field.
And really, they only need likely 10 yards or so. Nate Smith earlier hit a 47-yard field goal.
Yeah, they're flying out of there. Now they've moved up a little bit, double zone.
Ragone, he'll dump it off on the far side to Ronnie Gent. Gent, just his second catch of the game, Ragone's go-to guy. Ragone just 8 of 15 in the game for 56 yards. 22 seconds left in the half. And that pass is skipped by Ragone.
They've got him rattled.
I was going to say, he looks off.
Yes.
You know, how much is that maybe Ragone having a poor night, and how much of that is the Memphis defense rattling
Well,
him?
I think the defense has rattled him. We haven't seen his game. Not only have we not seen him throw the ball the way he normally does, we haven't seen him take off down the field. And that's something that he's been doing a lot of this season, just taking off and dishing out punishment. He's been receiving it tonight.
And Louisville did not know what to prepare for in terms of the Memphis defense. Word leaked out last 10 days or so that Memphis was going to totally shake up their defense. So Louisville did not know exactly what they'd be up against here tonight. Memphis has taken the timeout now with 17 seconds left. And whatever tricks Tommy West and Rick Witt have come up with to this point, it has worked.
Well, this is a good timeout. There was a 4th down play. You didn't know what was going to happen. Tommy West gets his guys together. There's Rick Witt right there in the middle, defensive coordinator. Tremendous job. You don't have much time, but you revamp your defense for a Tuesday night game and give your team some ability and some emotion to go into this ball game when they had nothing this season.
Ragone was hitting the opener, knocked down 17 times. Got a couple of good licks on him tonight.
They've been after him. There's Ballard. There's Glover. And there's Brown. Big guys coming in, taking their shots. Glover one more time.
Ragone has only completed 8 passes, but Rod, get this, 3 of his 8 completions, only 3 of his 8 have gone for 10 yards or more.
And he's been hit 10 times, knocked down 4, and 3 sacks.
Of course, if he throws a touchdown pass here in the final 17 seconds, it'll be all for naught. Rolling to his right. Ragone will fire and complete the pass to the 32-yard line. J.R. Russell was able to get out of bounds, and that stops the clock with 11 seconds. And of course, that was the turn it over on downs.
Yes. And Steve, that's a bad throw. It's a bad throw, and I'm not sure it's a great call. The call is only good if you get the ball to the receiver where he has a chance to do something with it. And with a throw like that, it's not going to get you close. They were 4 or 5 yards short of the first down. You know, you pick it up, you got a chance to kick a field goal. You got to get the ball down the field.
Punting has been a problem, so there's a good idea. Just run out the half. Bit of a shocker developing here in Memphis, where we are at halftime. And Louisville, off their stunning win over Florida State, they find themselves being stunned, trailing by 3 at half. We'll see you for the second half. Now, here's Reese.
All right, Steve, you know why I have analysts in here in the studio? Because they can figure things out. Godfrey knows what to keep.
Puts it in the air. And Roderick Clark from the 3-yard line. Out to the 20. And the 30, and the 35, and there is a flag on the kickoff. Sort out the penalty markers. Penalties have been an issue for Louisville all season long.
Holding on the receiving team.
That's not going to make John L. happy.
And another penalty. It is College Football Tuesday night. Steve Levy, Rod Gilmore. Thoughts from Alex Flanagan in just a bit. I've got some thoughts for you. This might be the longest hangover in college history for Louisville. 5 first downs, take away the block punt for a touchdown, and this explosive offense has scored 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points, nothing out of them. And it really began during the week. I mean, how long do you get caught up in the euphoria of winning over Florida State so that maybe you don't study as well, you don't go to film sessions, you don't put the extra time and effort in, and it's not Tuesday that's the issue, it's the time leading up to it where you didn't focus.
Another penalty flag is dropped on first down and 10. No gain on the play.
Illegal formation on the offense.
Wow, another penalty against Louisville as we look back some of the highlights of the first half.
Well, the big thing in the first half, Dave Ragone took a lot of shots. He got hit over and over again. And then on the other side, Wimprine really got things going with the deep ball to Hardy. And they have had that opportunity to make big plays in the passing game because of the single coverage. They just hit it one time.
You know, you mentioned the practices for Louisville following the game. The coaching staff said they had great practices, worked really hard, and things were successful and clicking. What has not been evident here tonight, Henry Miller, the ball carrier, Boris Penchione, who started the game in place of Eric Taylor, made the stop. And some of the first half numbers, 5 first downs for Louisville.
Yeah, how about that? And the third down conversion, 1 of 8. A team that usually gets about 41%, 1 of 8. And this is against a defense that gave up 222 yards a game rushing coming in, and it was easy to throw against, but not tonight.
Memphis was torched by UAB at their place. Short completion to Damian Dorsey. But back to Louisville, their coaching staff, and talking about the practices. They said they had great practices leading up to the Florida State game. And the coaches said, hey, that's why we won that game. And since then, they were practicing really well. And for whatever reason, it hasn't carried on.
Well, it's more than just the practice. What it is are the guys thinking and talking about the game? Are the guys going in and looking at tape on their own? It's not just being out there on the practice field and doing what the coaches say. It's that extra effort and focus that they have for Florida State. Do you bring that to the table for Memphis during the week? And I don't think they did.
Not so far. Here's third down. Not going to convert that one either. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Mowbray Rowan able to knock it down. And Memphis, really, this is a continuation of the first half.
Yeah, and, you know, they've got their attention over there. Remember, the coaches told us at Memphis, they tell their team, we stink, you know, in so many words. We stink. That's who we are. So we can't afford to think we're a good team or what, that we do things well. We have to say that we stink, so we try harder.
Wade Talachka just gets it away. Darren White, who has a touchdown catch in the game, will try for a punt return here and maybe pick up a couple out to the 32. Down to the first member of our broadcast team. Here's Alex Flanagan.
All right, Steve. Well, as you can imagine, John L. Smith is very frustrated. I talked to him coming out of the locker room. I asked him, why has Memphis been able to be so effective on defense? And he said, you know, it's not necessarily that they are so effective. It's just that we cannot move the ball, and we have been so ineffective. He said, we have to coach our kids. We've got to get the job done. Meanwhile, in the Memphis locker room, they are ecstatic, as you can imagine. Tommy West, though, kind of calmed his team down. He told them, do your job. Remember, that's been their whole motto. He said, play smart. Everyone has to do their job on every play. He sent him out with the thought of keep the same intensity, Steve.
Look at the time Wimprine has. And now he'll take off and carry it for 3 or 4 yards. During Alex's report, you saw the second half domination by Louisville over the last couple of years. Last week in the game against Florida State, 226 of their 303 yards total offense came after halftime, so their offensive line was getting a good push, and they will need an offensive push here. You know, we saw Wimprine take off there, and we see him, actually this time they snap it to Anglin, who is the former quarterback turned receiver. We haven't seen Ragone run the football at all tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's hurting them. I think that's something he needs to do to get his own self going. He needs to run out there, dip that shoulder, and knock guys around a little bit. That's his mentality. Now, for Memphis, emotion is such an important part of college football. It is really a key, and they have it right now.
First down and 10, and moving the football now from their own 45-yard line. Wimprine a very strong first half. And looking to add to that here. 7 to snap it. Not a problem. Inside handoff on a pretty good fake. And they're just shy of midfield. Dante Brown, the ball carrier. Curry Burns brought him down.
You know, Tommy West has been very candid with us. He said there were times in games where he knew his team didn't believe that they could get it done and that the fans didn't believe that they could get it done. Question here in the second half is whether his team will truly believe that they can beat this Louisville team.
Second down and 6. Wimprine, the throw is an errant one. Wimprine really took over as quarterback for Memphis last year against these Louisville Cardinals. Came into the game in the fourth quarter, and in the fourth quarter alone went 11 of 24 for 100 yards and 2 scores, as you see the numbers. And since then, I mean, he's rapidly moving up the record books, now 2 touchdowns shy of passing Danny Sparkman for 3rd in school history. And again, this is only his 11th start at quarterback, so the fact he's already moving up the Memphis passing charts, well, says something about how Memphis' offense has been over the years, but also something about the play of Wimprine.
It says they haven't thrown it a lot here either.
Got it away with 3 seconds left. Wimprine pass across the middle, had a couple of guys in the neighborhood, and neither could come down with it. Travis Anglin was there, and Anthony Floyd able to knock it away.
Well, see, we talk about emotion. Do you wait for something to happen, something bad to happen, or do you go out and make something good happen? And right now, Memphis has to fight their way through that aspect of it. They have to really believe someone's going to make a play to keep things going for them so that they can keep the emotion that they have.
Again, the way this one started, first couple of minutes, James Gaither, who was back to punt, had it blocked by Brandon Johnson, and B.J. Steele picked it up, went 5 yards for the touchdown. Gaither earlier had a 17-yard punt, and this one is high and rather short. And where will it land? Bounces straight up in the air, and it'll be down at the 25-yard line, and that's where Dave Ragone and Louisville will take over. It's a 26-yard punt.
There we go.
That was the Memphis Tiger. On first down and 10. Another flag. You know, penalties are one of the... Wipe that flag out. Penalties are one of those things, though, that coaches are really judged by. Right, you talk about coaching, you think about halftime adjustments and penalties for whatever reason.
Well, penalties tell you how disciplined your team is. And the more penalties you get, the less disciplined people think your team is.
So there is no flag. Figment of your imagination and ours. And on first down and 10, it's a 1-yard run. Coop Terry made the stop. You know, normally Tirico and the guys start off the college football weekend, but not this time. We started off, and we will gladly hand you over to college football Thursday night, presented by Circuit City, 4th-ranked Virginia Tech and Boston College. It's a Boston College squad that no one on that team right now has ever beaten Virginia Tech or Miami. So a final shot for the seniors of BC to beat one of the heavyweights of the Big East.
All right, a little personal history. Years ago at Stanford, number 7 ranked team in the country goes to Alumni Stadium in a night game.
Right.
Got rocked.
Really?
Yeah, it's a tough place to play at night.
Were you on the field that game?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about that.
There's the band on the field at the time. Try Henry Miller, the right side. And Mowbray Rowan able to make the stop. Rowan has actually had quite a game. He's got a sack, 4 tackles, a quarterback pressure, even as a tip pass.
I can't believe you're slapping me around about the band.
What do you mean? Didn't you used to play in the band too? No.
You wouldn't let it go, would you?
The trumpet? No?
to tackle somebody.
Third down and 6. And making some noise in Memphis.
Here they come.
Showing blitz, and there they go. There's the pressure. Ragone gets outside. He's got tons of green in front of him. Dave Ragone on his first real run of the night. He's pounded out of bounds at the 45. Finally dropped in a big way by O.C. Collins, but Ragone gets 15 yards. That's the Dave Ragone people expect to see when the pocket breaks down.
You're absolutely right, and he was looking to run. I mean, when he got some pressure, he was looking to get outside, and O.C. Collins was looking for him. Now, the true freshman's going to deliver it at the end, but look here. He looks down. He's not looking downfield to throw the ball. He wanted to get out and do this, and Collins wanted to do that.
And you say, hey, that looks like a lot longer than 15 yards. Well, it was 10 yards further back. It's really a 25-yard run, but from the line of scrimmage. In terms of where we're going, it's some 25 yards he just ran for. Rolling to his right, throwing across the body, able to complete. First down and more. Down the sideline, Damian Dorsey tripped up and now brought down at the 19-yard line. Amazing what a Ragone run can open up. LaVale Washington finally brought him down, but not until Dorsey ripped off 35 yards.
Every guy has something he likes to do in a game on the field, and when you get a chance to do it, you start feeling good about yourself. Ragone got his run. Now he can throw on the run, and he throws a much better pass. Remember in the first half on the run, he was skipping those balls on the ground. But now, Damian Dorsey. Now you see me, now you don't.
Dorsey, number 3 in the nation in punt returns. And he does it on the offense in addition to these special teams. Henry Miller trying the right side. Look, Louisville's coaching staff obviously concerned about Ragone running, taking hits. They said, hey, they never tell him to slide, never tell him to run out of bounds, but they just want him to protect himself. And so behind this young, inexperienced offensive line, he's taken more than his fair share of hits, maybe more hits than any quarterback in the country.
Yeah, but if you're going to take hits, it does help if you're 255. 255 and what, 6'4.5"?
We've seen some big boys bounce off Ragone tonight. Lionel Gates checks in. Here's Ragone trying the left side throw. And it is incomplete. There is no flag, and that's good defensive coverage then. Victor Glenn was out there along with Cameron Essex.
Yeah, and Cameron probably could have picked that ball off. He's going to get his hands on it. He's just sitting in a little zone here. And watch him react out. Now, ball comes. He's going to get his hands on it. Now, see? That's the difference between wide receivers and DBs. He's defending himself on this ball. A good receiver gets his hands up and catches it, but that's good coverage.
Nearly an inopportune time for Victor Glenn to slip down. Here's third down and 6. Already well inside field goal range. Ragone across the middle, able to complete, and they should have just enough for first down yardage. Joshua Tinch comes up with a big grab, and it'll be first and goal.
A young secondary playing very, very soft down here in the red zone. Not aware of the first down marker, not real conscious of the goal line. They're just playing, oh, this is my coverage. I'm 12 yards deep. I'm 8 yards deep. I get back there. They don't realize that on a 3rd and 6, you got to cheat up a little bit. You can't give up the first down on a straight throw.
Second straight third down conversion. They only had 1 in the first half. Henry Miller, and able to get the score. And listen how silent this place has gone, and just like that, Louisville jumps back on top. Eighth touchdown of the year for Miller. None more dramatic than the one in overtime that won the game against Florida State. By far the best scoring drive for Louisville. Ragone on the drive, 44 yards passing, 25 yards rushing, finished off by a Henry Miller touchdown run.
Man, Zito's jersey smells rank.
Whew. You need to wash it.
Can't wash it. It's his lucky jersey.
What about the streak?
Just wash it.
Steve, we have a problem.
He's starting today.
MLB Authentic Collection. Available at these fine retailers.
Hello, my friend. Which would you rather have, this oven-toasted sub?
I like toasted.
Or this untoasted sub with lots of lettuce? Clearly prefers the untoasted sub with the lettuce.
The only way to beat a Quiznos oven-toasted sub is to cheat. Try our Bistro Beef Sub with 3 cheeses on cheddar onion ciabatta bread served with a side of au jus.
Toasty. Thanks to the latest breakthroughs in hair loss technology, it's impossible to tell who is a hair club client.
I am.
And who's not. Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB for this free hair loss booklet and arrange to speak to a hair loss expert today. With some of the latest breakthroughs in hair loss technology, you really can't tell you've ever had a hair loss problem. And that's the point. So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB right now, and you'll be happy to say, I am. Call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now.
You're not ordinary. You're not average. You're something special.
ESPN2's presentation of primetime college football, brought to you by Midas Auto Service Experts. We do that.
Louisville back on top by 4 points. And now they'll kick it away. Tavares will put it in the air. And at about the 5, it's DeAngelo Williams. Williams, who can fly, didn't get a whole lot of running room, out to the 23-yard line.
See, let's go back to the touchdown. Watch 89 lined up right there. That's Richard Owens. He's going to get a tremendous block, and he's got a huge advantage. 280 pounds, just rocking Cato Mott, who's only 180 pounds. Just cave that side in.
It's amazing when a running back gets in the end zone that easily. It's always because of a monster block.
That was huge. He had a nice lane in there. That block was tremendous.
And let's see how the Tigers respond on 1st down and 10 from the 23. Inside handoff, DeAngelo Williams. A true freshman. Williams, who has been a breakaway type threat for Memphis this season. He has runs of 86, 46, and 55 yards. He is the fastest player on this Memphis team, but has yet to break one tonight.
Hey, he's gone over 100 yards 3 times this season, but they haven't given him the ball quite a bit tonight.
Again, sharing the load with Dante Brown, guy who was recruited twice, not once, twice by Tommy West. First to Clemson and then here. Loose football, and let's see, picked up by Louisville. On the fumble, the Cardinals have it at the 25-yard line. Looked like it's Dwayne White who picked it up. That's the first turnover of the game. Chad Lee forced the fumble, and Dwayne White came up with it.
Well, remember we talked about believing and waiting for something bad to happen instead of making something good happen? Well, Memphis is in that lull, and they got to fight through it, and they have not done that yet. And right now, something bad happens again. A big hit by Chad Lee separates DeAngelo Williams from the ball. Here you see the takeaways. Louisville up there with the best of them since the year 2000.
It has not been, they have not been that productive in that department this season. However, last couple of seasons they have. Here's Ragon. And his pass nearly intercepted. There is a flag. Dante Spillman, the intended target. And maybe they're going to flag Cameron Essex. And I'm sure, Rod, you're not going to like this.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to say anything.
No, you got to say something.
You know, the guy's making a play on the ball.
Pass interference on the defense.
And the receiver had already slipped down. At least from my angle up here, the receiver was already down. Let's see how this happens. He's working against Dante Spillman. Hey, Spillman is just going down. It doesn't look like he trips him, or does Spillman trip himself? Oh,
tough to
that's
tell.
a phantom call.
That right foot, no way there was contact there.
That's such a weak call. That is so weak.
Fair enough. And after the penalty, Only the second on Memphis. T.J. Patterson inches it closer to the goal line. He's down to the 7-yard line. Under 8 to go here in the third. And this could, in fact, be your turning point of the game.
Well, you know, I hate it when things like that happen. No ranting. Yeah, right. You know, the guy doesn't even get pushed. There's nothing major about it. Receiver goes down, we get a flag. And that's why I say it's the most abused call in college football. Officials get this one worse, get it wrong, I think 90% of the time.
That's quite a figure, 90% of the time.
All right, 65.
Try on the right side with T.J. Patterson. And he's inside the 5 and down to the 3. Rowan made the stop.
Well, somebody from Memphis has got to turn the tide, you know, emotionally. They're not stepping up. I mean, the guys look like they're waiting for bad things to happen. There's nobody on that defensive team who's going, hey, our time, all we got to do is make a play. Hold them to a field goal. They're just kind of going through the motions trying to make a play, but nobody's fired up over there.
Henry Miller is back in. DJ Kamer is in as well. Ragon rolls to his left, now throws back across to his right. Touchdown! Richard Owens on the touchdown, his first of the season.
Well, you may recall Richard Owens had the great block on the touchdown run by Miller, and he gets back and gets rewarded this time.
And so Louisville able to convert the fumble by Memphis, the first turnover of the game, into 6 and possibly 7. Here's Nate Smith for the extra point. And able to boot it through. Memphis had a 3-point lead at halftime. Louisville comes back with 2 touchdowns in less than 2.5 minutes. They lead 24-13.
Tonight on SportsCenter, the Angels try and steal Game 1 in the Dome. NFL Week 5, the longest yard. Vince Carter takes flight. And who's the second best player in Jordan's era? Join me, Stuart Scott, and Rich Eisen on ESPN.
For the extra point and the win.
Snow.
All right.
Blizzard.
All right.
Get a choke? Oh, I guess not.
Sunday NFL Countdown, 11 a.m. on ESPN.
NFL 2002 is here, and this year's Sports Illustrated and NFL Films want to knock you out with the ultimate NFL package. You'll get the official NFL Films highlight video of your favorite team, available on DVD or VHS, plus an NFL team bobblehead doll, both free with your paid subscription. With your official NFL team highlight video, you'll see who'll do what to who in 2002. Call now and you'll also get an exclusive team logo NFL bobblehead doll free. Pick a team, any team. The choice is yours. Both are free when you order 55 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save more than 50% off the cover price. When you use your credit or debit card, you'll also get this fleece stadium blanket embroidered with the Sports Illustrated logo free. Get the best of NFL 2002. 3 great gifts free from Sports Illustrated and nowhere else. Get into it.
Back at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. And the Cardinals, on the strength of a couple of touchdowns in 2.5 minutes, have opened up a lead. And Ragon really starting to come on. Louisville a slow first half, which they managed just 5 first downs. And they have come on here strong in the second. Talachka will put it in the air. And it is brought out from the 5, DeAngelo Williams. And he is dropped at the 25-yard line. B.J. Steele in the special teams stop. And let's go back and look at it.
You know, this ball isn't even catchable. I don't think Gumby himself could have leaned back and caught this ball. Look at this thing. That's behind Spillman. Ball's going right, he's going left, and you get flagged. That's a key play on that drive.
No question.
You with me?
It's a key play on the drive. Maybe you hold him to a field goal or something at that point if not for the penalty.
So I'm not making it up this time.
I've never said you're making it up. I just thought 65-70% was a little high on mistakes by the officials. Are our friends, Rod.
Only on pass interference.
Okay. Here's Wimprine. The strength is the deep ball, and he nearly connected. Nearly had Antoine Harden. Looked like Harden might not have taken the proper angle on that football. It was there.
I don't know how fast he is, but he's a lot faster than the corners out there at Louisville. That's about the 4th time tonight he's run by them. They connected on one, and that one was just a little bit too long. And he outran the coverage. I mean, they were playing deep. He just outran the coverage. And that time it's Chris Johnson he gets behind.
You see, maybe I'll show you the back of Antoine Harden's uniform. He's got a lot of letters on there. Wimprine the option, and a bad option at that, as he stopped at the 22-yard line. Rod Day and Devon Thomas are there. You know, sometimes you got more than one guy with the last name. Maybe there's A. Harden, all right, maybe 2 A-N, A-N-T-I. There are 3 Hardens, the Harden brothers, all on this Memphis team.
Yeah, you got this one, Antoine, but you have Anthony, who goes by Ant.
Right, Twan and Ant, 2 of the 3 Harden boys. On 3rd down and 12 now. 6 seconds to snap it. They get it away without a problem. Wimprine lobs one down, and it's interception territory, and it is picked off. Michael Brown able to return it down to the 30-yard line. And Wimprine just floated that one up, and Brown the easy interception and another turnover.
Yeah, he got a little pressure from Dwayne White and just launched that ball up there. And that looks like DeAngelo Williams is down.
This looks like an injured player for each team. And there is a flag down. Williams and Floyd. Floyd for Louisville. Williams for Memphis. Coaching staff told us about Michael Brown. He's made big plays in the past, needed to create some more. Well, he just did right there with the interception.
And that was the gift. That one was just thrown up there like a punt.
There's 2 fouls on the play. A dead ball personal foul against Memphis. A dead ball personal foul against Louisville. The yardage offsets. 1st and 10. Timeout for the injury.
That might have been a defensive player taking a shot at Williams on the interception return. You know those defensive players like to do that from time to time.
No.
Offensive players, rather.
Well, here you see Williams. He gets pushed towards out of bounds, and that's where Wimprine's trying to go, but that ball just floats. As you can see, it just floats out there. And Michael Brown comes up with it. And that was an easy one.
This quarter so far, Memphis has had a 26-yard punt, a fumble, and an interception. 3rd quarter not being friendly to them. And we showed you earlier, Louisville just dominant last couple of years in the 3rd quarter, and especially the 4th quarter, which is still 5 minutes and 36 seconds away. Good field position for Ragon. Play action. Rolling out of the pocket. Has some running room now. Makes the fake. 25-20. And he's out of bounds at the 15.
Did you see that? He went out of bounds. Ragon went out of bounds. That's the first time I think that's happened this year. He's usually taking shots and giving shots, but he goes out of bounds that time and had a nifty move out there too.
That's a senior player. That's a smart play. Sure his coaching staff will applaud that move. But you're right, that is against his personality. Ragon, the 6 rushes for 27 yards. He is already the all-time leading rusher in terms of quarterbacks in Louisville history. Handoff to Henry Miller. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Coop Terry and Kito Mock stops.
How about the club on Coop Terry's right hand? He broke a finger, and he's one of their better players. He wasn't expected to play, but got himself in there. And he doesn't want to come out. I mean, look at that thing. Certainly can't catch anything with that club.
Didn't practice at all much. And trying to gut it out and play. Had a career-high 15 tackles against Southern Miss. And somebody on the Memphis defense needs to make a big play. And that pass, what a rocket by Ragon. He gunned it in there to the 1-yard line. Joshua Titch might be black and blue in the chest area after bringing that one down.
No doubt about it. This is why scouts like him. He stick this thing in there perfectly. that ball just whistles through there. You see Brett Favre last night throwing bullets. That ball was like a Brett Favre ball.
John Pettis, the offensive coordinator, said of Ragone, you know, he's so competitive, he thinks he can do everything, and usually does. He thinks he could put balls in spots where they probably don't belong, and sometimes, occasionally, he'll force one. But right there, he showed you the ability that he has. On first down and goal, give it to the second man through, and it's Henry Miller's second touchdown of the game. And Louisville has opened this one up.
Well, as good as it was in the first half for Memphis, it's been all bad in this third quarter. And like I said, you know, when you haven't won and you're in a losing season, you don't seize the moment. They had a chance to seize the moment in the third quarter, but they didn't believe it. And bad things started to happen, and it was, here we go again. Here we go again, and bad things happen. One after another.
Nate Smith, the extra point is perfect. Tommy West's team has seen Louisville score 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes.
Great moments are registered every day in Florida. See for yourself. And now, with all the discounts available on lodging, attractions, and fun, there's never been a better time to make some moments of your own. Great moments, great vacations, great values. Call today for your free Florida vacation guide. FLA USA.
What do you need for an Orlando vacation?
I would take 10 pizzas, 100-foot beach ball, and my silly little brother.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, Orlando Magic Card. Mommy got this for free. She says I can save a lot of money, up to $500 on stuff to do. $500? That's a lot, like a zillion.
Call now for your free Orlando vacation kit and money-saving Orlando Magic Card.
This Craftmatic Model 2 electrically adjustable bed costs no more than many quality flatbeds. And when you buy selected ones with optional heat and built-in massage, you get this fabulous bonus. A 25-inch color TV absolutely free. In a Craftmatic bed, you adjust yourself into comfortable positions automatically. Call toll-free so we can mail you our adjustable bed catalog and a certificate for a free 25-inch color TV with bed purchase.
Call toll-free 1-800-344-8300.
4:17 left to play here in the third quarter. We're going on this Louisville offense has taken the football game over. 3 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes and 56 seconds. They've been able to take advantage of a short punt, a couple of turnovers this quarter, and have opened up a comfortable 31-13 lead over Memphis. After the slowest of slow starts in the first half, they've certainly rallied. Talachka will kick it away, and it will go out of bounds. Marked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. How about the turning point? Came a few moments ago.
Yeah, a lot of bad things happened. Started with the DeAngelo Williams fumble, and then David Gunn started getting things going, but a pass interference call kept the drive alive, and then that allowed Ragone to throw his touchdown pass to Richard Owens. So a little bit of Ragone getting it going, and then some bad things happening to Memphis and their inability to get out of the funk and stop the bad things from happening.
The total yardage is really interesting. I mean, you see how close it is, you know, for Louisville. The big difference is the Memphis offense, just 22 yards to this point.
Haven't been on the field in the third quarter.
Yep, have not had the opportunities. After the penalty on the kickoff out of bounds, they'll start from the 35. Here's Wimprine off the fake, able to dish it off underneath, and to John Doucette, his first catch of his career. Couldn't have the breakaway speed and pull away. And what's that? Let's go to Alex.
Well, Steve, you can see DeAngelo Williams has been taken off the field right now. He's heading to the locker room. You can see he's holding his right knee. He's in a tremendous amount of pain, was just laying back here holding onto his knee. They don't know exactly what it is yet. They're taking him into the locker room to do some x-rays.
All right, Alex, thanks. He was involved with Anthony Floyd. Remember, we saw them on the turnover, on the interception return earlier, and both players were banged up, and it looks like DeAngelo Williams got the worst of it. Travis Englund there.
Well, you know, Memphis isn't really out of this thing. They have a chance to get back in it. Their offense just hasn't really been on the field in the third quarter. You know, we've seen them throw the ball deep. They hit one. They missed a couple. They still have a chance to do that. But they've got to get their confidence going. They got to get a score and get confident they have a shot to get back in it.
Some kind of big play, some kind of something, if you will.
I will.
Here's Wimprine now. Had some time and a big hit across the middle. Look for Antoine Harden. Did not come up with the football. Didn't pay the price. He was belted by Anthony Floyd, and there is a flag.
Yeah, I think they probably should have thrown the flag for some headhunting. And Anthony Floyd went straight for the head. And it's all right to be an enforcer as a free safety, but you don't take shots at the head.
Personal foul on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Now, I like the idea that you're aggressive and you patrol the middle and you say, don't come in here because you're going to get hit. But you don't do this. You don't go after a guy's head. That is just not called for. He's going right to the head, chin area. He's defenseless and he's taking a big shot at him.
Not a good play by Floyd. Really the big play that Memphis was looking for. They get it on a penalty by Louisville. Anthony Floyd, he had the interception of Chris Ricks on Florida State's first play in overtime, leading their thrilling win. Now Wimprine getting something going, able to get it after the flag to Darren White. It's first down yardage and more.
Now see, that hit by Floyd can backfire because the guys at Memphis can say, wait a minute, you don't hit our guys like that. You don't do that. That's cheap. And you get a little bit of something going, and now you see they got a little bounce in their step a little bit.
Well, we said, you know, Memphis needed a big play, any kind of big play, and maybe it's Floyd who gave it to them. It's a 20-yard gain on the last pitch and catch and run. First down and 10 now from the 20. Option, Wimprine trying to cut it upfield. Maybe gets a yard on the play. Devon Thomas goes by.
Oh, he played it well. Dwayne White was also outside, which took away the option and forced Wimprine to take it inside. And Thomas was right there. That's a tough choice. Do I want to get hit by White at 280 or Thomas at 270?
Second down and 9. They get the formation. Now they'll get the play. Off the play action, Wimprine rolling to his right, now steps up, now in trouble, trying to cut it back. Has blockers in front of him, and didn't get the big block he needed. So he's brought out at the 15-yard line, really only a gain of 3. Chad Lee made the stop, along with Anthony Floyd. Looked like he had blockers in front of him.
Yeah, he ran about 35 yards to get 3. He just needs one block right here, but he doesn't get it. He doesn't get the block because Wade Smith doesn't deliver it, but pretty good play by Chad Lee to play off of the block.
And Wade Smith is considered the best offensive lineman from Memphis. Found himself down the field a bit and couldn't come up with the big block. Third down and 5 now. From the 14, out of the gun. Wimprine throwing, and it is dropped. Looked like Dante Brown out of the backfield had his hands on it and could not hold it.
Well, that's not really a surprise. They really don't throw to their running backs. Dante Brown has only caught 2 passes this season. They split him out, and he's coming off the contact, and the ball hit him right between the 2 and the 4.
If you're a quarterback, that's kind of where you want to put it, right?
I think so. That'd be a good spot. But, you know, the good receivers catch it with their hands.
Right.
Not with the numbers.
Right. Fourth down and 5. Any problems with this, Coach?
They need something. They need something to jumpstart. They need something.
Fourth and 5, they're going to go for it. And Memphis will use their first timeout of the second half. 1:37 to play here in the third quarter. Thursday at midnight, catch the latest series from ESPN Original Entertainment. It's called The Season, and it's SEC football. This week, see how the folks from Georgia and Alabama prepare for their big upcoming meeting. The season covers the 7 days leading up to SEC matchups with an emphasis on the home team. You'll see how the players do in class and the practice field. Yeah, you'll see some cheerleaders as well. Students and alumni getting ready for game day. The season, the SEC.
Well, if you haven't seen anything like that, you need to tune in, because people just think you show up on Saturday and play, or Tuesday, or Friday night, or Thursday night, but it's not. I mean, you get a chance to see all the stuff these guys go through to get ready to play in a game like this.
And college football might even be more interesting the week leading up than, say, the NFL. I mean, the NFL really is all business.
Yep.
The college kids, they're college kids.
Yeah,
they do some other things.
You got classes, you got friends you want to hang out with, you got all that stuff going on. And speaking of stuff, I think I've changed my mind here. I think I would kick the field goal now.
All right.
You know, just to get something good on the board.
The positive, confidence.
Go to the fourth quarter down 31-16. Your 2 plays and a couple of 2-point conversions from being back in it. So I changed my mind on the timeout.
After the timeout, they're still going for it. This is 4th down and 5. And the chance to stay in the game. Wimprine throwing. End zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Tavares Gideon went off with a 6'4", 210 frame and hauled it down. So they don't go just for the first down, they go for 6 and get it.
I guess that's better than 3 points.
Now there is a flag down. And let's see.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense for spiking the ball. The touchdown is good. Penalized half the distance to the goal.
I'll tell you what, you want to talk about hating a call. I hate that in college football. You can't spike the football. You can't celebrate. I've got a problem. Get back to the fact we were talking about college kids.
Well, the guy's excited, and you know, maybe you give a little leeway, but they're not going to give it when you spike the ball. And they give it to you if you dance a little bit, just a little bit, but they want to see you celebrating with your guys, and I agree with you. I mean, in a game like this at home, you get a big score, your team's back in it, you get a little carried away, right?
I'm all keeping the helmet on, fine. But you want to have some fun with your helmet on, I say go ahead. The NCAA would disagree. Steven Gostkowski able to connect on the extra point. They don't go anywhere. 4th down and 5, they go for it, Rod.
It is just a fade route, a simple fade route, and you got a big size advantage. Gideon gets up, and it's easy. And watch what he does at the end. He just kind of drops the ball with kind of a little spin. Oh no, he spiked it big time. He had a couple seconds to think about it, which is why they got it. If he had just dropped it right away, they might have let him get away with it, but he took 2 steps and then spiked it.
Tavares Gideon, 4 catches, 53 yards, and that score. So that means he now has 3 touchdowns on 15 receptions for the season. Gideon is a guy, the junior transfer, who they said they wanted to play more than he has. Going to get him the football, and they did. I'll tell you, let's talk about gutsy play call by Tommy West. First of all, A, to go for it, and B, not just going for it, going for the end zone.
Yeah, I think he looked at it and said, what the heck? What do I have to lose? You know, I'm either going to get my team going or we're going to suffer a tough one here tonight.
11-point game now. Here's Broderick Clark for Louisville, and you're able to run it down to the 30, and we send it down to Alex.
Hey, Steve, Tommy West just came over to Gideon, and he said, hey, you do realize we were going to go for 2 on that last play. You blew it. Steve?
Wow, Alex, great job.
Oh, well, then I think that's a good play by Gideon. I do, because I don't think there's any reason to go for 2 points until you get to the 4th quarter.
Now, what we'll never know, of course, if Tommy West is just saying that to the player to make him think about the consequences for what he just did, or in fact they were planning on going for 2.
So we have the Reese Davis rule. You do not go for 2 until you get to the 4th quarter.
Reese invented that, huh? Father of college football, Reese Davis.
He had a little help from friends.
Henry Miller, the ball carrier. The complexion of this game, Rod, has once again changed.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. If you're John L. Smith, you're thinking, I thought we got control over it. I thought my defense would go out and get a stop, but they didn't. We get a stupid penalty. a late hit, a bad hit, which gave life to Memphis. And now they got a ball game again.
Terry being helped off. Only has one finger exposed on that hand, Rod.
I don't know how he makes tackles. He's got a club out there. He's made 4 tackles. Now he's off the field.
2nd down and 4. Here's Miller on the left side. Couldn't turn the corner. He's stopped by Trevico Lucas, who is picking up his play, a playmaker for Memphis.
Well, if you're Dave Ragone and you've been the guy who got your team going in the 3rd quarter, you know you're thinking you need to step up and make another play. And it ought to be Dave Ragone who steps up and makes the play. He's got a young line. He can run the ball. He can pick you apart. He's the guy that's got to deliver for the Cardinals.
3rd down and 2 now. 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 3 tight ends set, and they hand it off to Miller. Nothing doing. Cameron Essex came up to make the play along with Mowbray Rowand. And that'll be the final play in the 3rd quarter.
You wouldn't have seen a defensive play like that a couple of weeks ago because they didn't bring people. They didn't blitz. They did not bring their safeties or get their corners involved with it. They do on this play, and they get a big stop.
Memphis is going to get the football back. Will they get the lead back? Stick around. The 4th quarter is next.
NHL opening night, 8 p.m. Wednesday on ESPN.
Your friend is dead. Katie Burke is the only one who believes her old boyfriend is still alive.
He's back. He's been watching me.
Because she's the only one he's after.
I go away, look what happens.
Katie Holmes.
Wherever you go, I can follow.
Benjamin Bratt.
Why are you doing this? What you gonna do about it? Move on with my life.
Abandoned. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, October 18th everywhere.
I have an apology to make. Hello, I'm the voice of the telephone company's automated answering system. Perhaps you recall the 20 minutes we shared together. Isn't it ironic that you were calling us for an additional phone line when we could use a couple of extra lines ourselves? I wished I could make it up to you. Let me suggest Staples. They do all they can to get you in and out quickly because they know how precious your time is.
Get back time. Go to Staples.
Right now, when you buy 4 selected Goodyear tires, you'll get a $50 U.S. savings bond. But you better hurry. This offer is going fast. Call 1-800-GOODYEAR for a store near you. Or visit a participating retailer where Goodyear tires are sold.
For the most in-depth coverage of entertainment, there's nothing more entertaining than Entertainment Weekly.
Billy Mays here with an amazing new product. You gotta see it to believe it. It's called the Ding King. What do you do when you get a dent or a ding in your car? Up until now, you either had to drive around that way or spend hundreds of dollars to have it fixed. Not anymore. The Ding King gives you the power to remove that dent or ding in minutes. Simply apply this special bonding agent to the super strong dent puller and place it firmly in the middle of the dent. Now fit the pulling bridge over it and twist on this special wing nut. It's like dialing the dent away. You see it happen instantly, right before your eyes. Like magic, the dent is gone. The Ding King is yours for only $29.95. But you gotta call now. Here's how to order.
To order your Ding King for only $29.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling, call 1-800-956-5959 or send check or money order to Ding King, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut.
Cheer up, young fan. Your Memphis Tigers are right in this football game as we open up quarter number 4. Steve Levy, Rod Gilmore, Alex Flanagan. And Memphis likely will get the football back here. And Walachka will put it in the air. And it will roll down to the 10-yard line. And let's see, stop at the 6-yard line.
That's why you like to catch those punts. You don't want them to keep rolling on you.
And what do you think of that punting style every time? Rolling out right or left. They had a fake earlier, and then most of the time punting it away, though.
It's unusual, and I wouldn't like it, but take a look at this guy right here. There's Randy Fitchner. That's the offensive coordinator for Memphis, and he knows that he can get one-on-one matchups that he likes out on the edge. And they've missed a couple tonight. They've hit a couple. And he gets a little room, gets out of the shadow of his own goalpost. I think he'll take another shot down the field.
Fitchner in his second season. This is his second stint in Memphis. He was an assistant here in the early 90s. And their offense set 44 school records. In fact, while he was here, he had first consecutive winning seasons in nearly 20 years. Memphis hasn't been to a bowl game in 31 years. Will this be the season? Quick hitter, able to complete along the far side. Wimprine able to hook up with Antoine Harden.
Yeah, and Harden is the guy that they still haven't covered. He hasn't been covered all night. There's a missed tackle on that play. The only thing that might hurt him is the fact that it looks like he's kind of cramping up a little bit.
The upside for Memphis is, Rod, that wasn't a post or a streak. He ran a different pattern.
Yeah, but he took a shot on the post too. You know, everybody thought he didn't want to go in there and mix it up, but he took a big hit.
First down and 10. Antoine Harden has 3 catches for 57 yards. 6 seconds to snap the football. Pile of players to the left. They screen. They're going to throw it back to Wimprine. And he dropped it. And he had tons of real estate in front of him.
Oh,
Darius Price, a quarterback in high school, but who isn't at the college level, threw it back to Wimprine, and there was plenty of running.
Steve, take a look here. These guys are a little bit confused. Now watch the throwback. There it is. Now watch Wimprine get outside. Look at this. He's got a wall, and he's going to come out here. There's nothing there. Nothing there.
We'll take another look at that play as the officials throw yet another flag tonight.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
If he catches this ball, he has a chance to go a long way. Look at this, Steve. Nothing there. There's not a white shirt within 10, 15 yards of him, and he's got 3 blocks. Wow. That was going to be ugly for Louisville. You know, you work on that play in practice, you wait for the right situation, you get it, and then you have something like that happen. It just kills a coach.
It's got to kill Wimprine, who is a football junkie. He lives in the gym, loves the game, lives, eats, breathes football. And that was a chance to make a big play on the receiving end. But able to show the composure to come back and complete to Tavares Gideon. Josh Minkins had the coverage.
Well, you know, the deep balls that they've thrown over the heads of the corners of the Cardinals have really allowed them to have some success throwing in front of them now, because the corners have kind of softened their coverage now.
Still lots of time left in this one. Just a minute into fourth quarter action. Here's a big play on 3rd down and 9. 2 receivers each side for Danny Wimprine. Looking left the whole time. Now looking to take off and make something happen, and he can't. He's tripped up nicely by Dwayne White. For more on Wimprine, down to Alex.
Hey, Steve, well, you guys talk about how much he loves football. Getting him to go to school is a whole different story, though. Offensive coordinator Randy Fitchner, one of his jobs is to make sure that Danny makes it to class. So he has resorted to calling him every morning on his cell phone. And hey, if Danny doesn't answer that phone, guess what? He goes and knocks down his door and makes sure that that kid is in class, Steve.
Well, Fitchner and his wife, Fitchner told his wife, sorry, no summer vacation this year, honey. We got to stick around and make sure our quarterback is ready to go for the upcoming season. And they have. Wimprine has done a good job with the assistance of his offensive coordinator. How do you like that for a punt? James Gaither gets a good one away after struggling most of the night. Damian Dorsey now out of east and west, not so much north and south, trying to turn it upfield. Lost the football, but it rolled out of bounds. A little bit of everything on that play. 12:56 to play in the fourth quarter. 11-point game.
11:25.
Chase in the most wanted cars. E for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Rated E for everyone.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Believe me, I know this place like the back of my hand.
The Saturn Vue comes standard with four-wheel independent suspension.
This is it. You're gonna love
Split
it.
folding rear seats for more cargo space.
Excuse me.
Check it out! Cannonball!
And dent-resistant side panels.
I'm cool.
The Saturn Vue. Get in, get away. Get the 2003 Saturn Vue for 0% APR for 5 years. For restrictions, see your retailer.
If water leaking through masonry walls is a problem in and around your home, use a paint that stops water, Drylock. This masonry waterproofing paint goes on easy, right from the can to interior and exterior walls. You see, Drylock penetrates the pores and expands as it dries to become a part of your wall. And it's guaranteed to stop water, even under pressure. But don't just take my word for it. You can see it stop water. Look for this display at a dealer near you.
Are you in on it? Go to cheaptickets.com for tons of unpublished airfares you won't find anywhere else. Or call now for our lowest prices on airfares, hotels, rental cars, and last-minute trips. Want to save even more? Check out our last-minute trip specials now and save up to 60%. Cheap Tickets, the best-kept secret in travel.
12:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. Louisville up by 11. And with the football. And Pouncer says SportsCenter is next. Pouncer would be right. And SportsCenter will come your way over on ESPN in just a few minutes from now. Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen are standing by. That SportsCenter coming up in a few minutes over on ESPN. And I'm sure when we're through here, they'll have complete highlights and maybe even some Rod Gilmore in-game reaction. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure.
I don't know, but I know they'll have some pretty good highlights. We've had some out here.
It's been a wild game. Wild game in the special teams. Blocks and returns. Those kinds of things. Henry Miller, the short game for 1 yard. Thursday night, college football. Fourth-ranked Virginia Tech takes on Boston College. It's a Big East showdown that really hasn't been that much of a matchup over the years. Virginia Tech has beaten Boston College 6 straight times, outscoring them 199-82. And of course, Virginia Tech, when they don't have Michael Vick, they've got the 2 great running backs, and they look to pound away on BC on Thursday night. TJ Patterson turns the corner, finds a sideline across midfield, and he has brought down Jason Brown. Finally brought him down.
That's DeAngelo Williams, who was injured a while ago, coming back out on the field, and you hope it's not anything serious, but you also know this: if it's an ACL or a serious problem, he can look at Lee Suggs, who will be playing Thursday night for Virginia Tech and came back from a bad knee injury to certainly be a productive back this year, and Lee Suggs has overcome that. So if this young man has something serious wrong, we're certainly hoping he can do like Lee Suggs did.
What a story Suggs is. A story that will be on display on Thursday night. TJ Patterson, again the ball carrier. Coot Terry somehow made a tackle.
Well, you know, Tommy West is an old defensive coordinator, and he's probably starting to get a little itch at this area of the field, thinking I gotta turn it loose. I gotta go after these guys and force something to happen. I don't like to put my guys in single coverage against their receivers, but I might have to let a blitz go right now and try to get after these guys and get the ball back.
2nd down and 9. Precious seconds ticking off the clock. Here's Rigaud, looked right, now to his left, and throws, completing to Damian Dorsey. Good stop by Henry Washington to spin him around. Washington has 9 tackles already tonight.
And this is a really big down for Memphis. And if you're the Cardinals, you want Rigaud. Remember the last 3rd and short they had, they ran the ball, and they didn't pick it up. They took the ball out of Rigaud's hands. This is a little bit longer, but I think Rigaud is going to have the ball in his hand.
3rd down and 5. Rigaud rolling to his right. Throwing, completing, 1st down. Down to the 25-yard line. It's Victor Glenn on the receiving end. Another bullet, strong arm throw by Ragone.
It is. It's a great throw, but again, soft coverage by a young secondary. At some point, you have to realize, look, these guys haven't gotten behind us all night. They've thrown the short stuff on a 3rd and 5. You got to be willing to take a chance to come up and make a play. And that time O.C. Collins, the freshman, waited until the ball was in the air before reacting.
And Rod rolling right, lefty quarterback, to still be able to fire it in there really says something about his arm strength.
That's why you'll see him play in the NFL and get a big fat bonus check next year.
Lionel Gates has checked in. He's pass protecting. Ragone is rocked, but not until he was able to complete, able to hook up with Dorsey for a first down.
I'll tell you what, the Ragone took a long time to get up off the ground.
Game track. What has taken place here in the second half? The first half, Memphis had a 3-point lead, and then Louisville exploded for 3 touchdowns in a 5-minute span.
Yeah, it was a bad stretch for the Memphis defense. Turnovers, but they got back with Gideon making a nice leaping grab on a fade route that brought the score to 31-20. They were thinking about going for 2, but because of Gideon spiking the ball and the penalty, they didn't get a chance to, and I like that.
Now here in the 4th quarter, here's Ragone. Good protection, again fires it in there. Able to complete to Ronnie Gent. He's down to the 5. Jason Brown took him down.
It's got to be killing the Memphis coaches to see their secondary. Their guys are laying back and they're waiting. They're not reacting. They're not driving on the ball. They're sitting back. They see receivers turn their back to them and sit down in front of them by 4 or 5 yards, and they don't react. And that's just the product of being young and not understanding when you can take a chance and when you can be aggressive.
2nd down and 1, always dangerous for the offense. You never know what they're going to call. And we're going to his right. We'll look at the end zone. Can you say wide open? Tiger Jones was walking in Memphis and into the end zone for the touchdown.
They just flooded that area, ran off the coverage, and had Tiger Jones come streaking back from the inside to the outside. And again, Ragone got it going. That 3rd down pitch and catch was good. Made a couple more throws, and Ragone stepping up in the 4th quarter.
The extra point from Nate Smith. Dave Ragone, this half, 10 of 12 passing. How do you like that completion percentage? For 107 yards and 2 scores. That one to a guy named Tiger.
Believe me, I know this place like the back of my hand.
The Saturn Vue comes standard with 4-wheel independent suspension.
This is it. You're gonna love
Split folding rear seats for more cargo space.
Excuse me. Check it out. Cannonball!
And dent-resistant side panels.
I'm cool.
The Saturn Vue. Get in, get away. Get the 2003 Saturn Vue for 0% APR for 5 years. For restrictions, see your retailer.
Start your Sunday with the NFL Countdown team, now joined by Coach Bill Parcells.
And they're in trouble.
And get weekly insights from John Madden, 11 a.m. on ESPN.
You have the ultimate power to look better, to be stronger, to redefine your body and yourself. Introducing the Bowflex Ultimate. Quite possibly the best home fitness machine ever made. In as little as 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you can get real results that can change your entire body. With over 90 health club quality exercises and up to 410 pounds of resistance, it's like having an entire gym in your home. Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. Own the new Bowflex Ultimate with no money down and monthly payments lower than many health club dues. Call and ask for a free video and brochure, and check out the entire Bowflex lineup, or visit us on the web at bowflexultimate.com today. The new Bowflex for ultimate results.
Back in Memphis, Dave Ragone. This game over? Not to Ragone. Still firing up his troops. With 9.5 to play. 38-20 in favor of Ragone and Louisville. And the kickoff. And it'll be recovered at the 13-yard line. And that's where Memphis will take over. Now trailing by 18 points. And I'm thinking all the fans here in attendance obviously rooting for the home team, Rod, and that's Memphis. But I would think Louisville's got a lot of fans in Florida State. I mean, keep in mind how important this game is to Florida State since Louisville beat them.
Yeah, I think the better Louisville does, that's good for Florida State, because in the loss doesn't look so bad as you think about Florida State climbing back up in the polls. They want Louisville to win Conference USA and look like, you know, a championship team, and then the loss is not that bad.
I mean, if Memphis would have beaten Louisville, that would really be quite the turnaround and really have been painful for the Seminoles and their faithful.
Yeah, and you figure this. If Memphis beats Louisville, then everyone says, well, geez, Florida State must really not be good.
Right,
so,
it's the old A plus B equals C kind of thing.
Yeah, but if Louisville wins tonight and they go on to win Conference USA, then folks go, all right, now maybe Florida State shouldn't have lost that game, but at least they lost to a conference champion.
And in fairness, you know, Louisville, people really were talking about them busting up the BCS before this season started, about having the potential to be really ranked right up there. And then, of course, they go out and lose to Kentucky at home. Tough loss at Colorado State. Dante Brown, the ball carrier there. And there's a shaken of player. That's Wade Smith. Tried to get off the field and could not. Doug Whitaker will check in and replace Smith now.
Well, and Memphis is going to have to speed up their no-huddle offense. You know, they have 3 tempos when they go no-huddle. They can milk it when they come to the line of scrimmage and just kind of wait around and burn the clock. They can get up to the line of scrimmage and check with the coach and burn a little clock, or they can get up and go right now. I think now they're in the we got to go right now time frame of the game. They got to go right now on their no-huddle if they got any chance of getting back in the ball game.
Down 18. 8:40 left here in the fourth quarter from the Liberty Bowl in Memphis.
This is check with me. This is not going right now. This is check with the coach.
I'm not a big fan of this, quite frankly. And I would think folks watching on television would not be a big fan of this style of offense. Get up, get the formation, wait, and then get the play. And it's batted away. Pardon the intended target. Chris Johnson knocked it down. And let's send it down to Alex.
Well, Steve, maybe some okay news for DeAngelo Williams. The x-ray on his right knee didn't show anything, and the trainer says that his ligaments feel pretty tight, so it may not be an ACL. However, he will have an MRI on that knee tomorrow to determine further exactly what it is. Best case scenario could be just a bruised knee. Steve?
All right, Alex, let's hope for that.
Yeah.
Always hope for best case scenario.
Yeah, he's got a chance to be a really special player.
Second down and 10. The fake play action. Wimprine throwing downfield. Nearly had his man, Gideon. But there were 2 white jerseys there. Anthony Floyd leading the way.
Well, Gideon was out there. And look at this. He gets behind Wood, and that ball just holds up a little bit. And Gideon can't get it because I think it was actually deflected by Floyd. He actually got his hand on it. But they've had opportunities to get behind the secondary for the Cardinals. And they have been behind them. They've missed a couple things. They've hit 1 or 2. They have had their shots.
Here's third down and 10. 5 receivers for Wimprine. Able to connect. Antoine Hart trying to shake and bake and should have first down yardage. Chris Johnson brought him down. He got 13 though. Street ball is coming up immediately following our college football game. And it's presented by Mountain Dew Code Red. That street ball coming up next. Wimprine across the middle, and that is dropped. Darren White.
That's got to be at least.
What are we thinking, 5, 6?
I was going to say about 5. I think I can count at least 5 drops. I think White's dropped a couple.
And then add Wimprine's drop on the throwback.
Yeah, that's your number 6.
Which would have been a big game.
Yeah, and they've got room. I mean, the fact that they've thrown the ball deep has given them some holes in the middle of the field like that. And they've dropped those balls.
The Memphis PR machine that they have They try to say on that this group of wide receivers might have the most speed and depth in school history. And that might be true, but they have had struggles hanging on to the football tonight.
They have tremendous speed. We've seen the speed on display tonight.
Wimprine completing far side. Von Webb able to hang on to that one. 7.5 left here in the fourth quarter.
Now, we've seen them get the ball down the field, but if you want to talk about great receivers, how about Isaac Bruce? I mean, he was here. He could go up and take it away from you, but he could also do something with it after he caught it. He could get you yards after the catch.
Bruce holds the Memphis record for receiving yards in a season, over 1,000. Currently with the St. Louis Rams. How the Rams doing this season, Rod?
Ooh, they're not doing too well.
That is shocking, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you though, you know, they are still exciting to watch with a healthy Marshall Faulk. You know, you got Isaac Bruce out there.
You know, I'm not shocked that they're losing games. They're getting blown out in some of these games, and that's surprising. Wade Smith is back in for Memphis, their best offensive lineman. So some good news there. Wimprine under pressure, able to avoid the first man and heave it down the field. And it was underthrown. There's contact, and there are flags. Anglin was the intended target, and Minkins was there with him.
Well, remember, Minkins was beaten earlier tonight on a long bomb, and so he wasn't going to give up a second one, and this was pass interference. And he just flat out grabbed the receiver.
Could you repeat that, please?
Yes, I know. Every blue moon, they got this one right.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st and 10.
And this was intentional, though. I mean, he was not going to give up another one. You go, well, at this point, you're going to have to earn it. I'm not giving you one. He just grabs him, doesn't look around till late.
And really, if you're going to get beaten on a long ball, Rod, 15 yards, you take that.
Oh, absolutely. That is, you would be the great DB. Right. Take the 15 yards. Don't give up the 6.
I can figure that out. 1st down and 10. They're across midfield. Wimprine throwing and completing out to the flat to Dante Brown. He's able to hang on to this one. He's dropped at about the 31-yard line.
Louisville's done a great job of tackling receivers and running backs. You don't see those guys get a lot of yards after the catch. And that's probably the one ingredient missing from the passing attack for Memphis. Their guys, great speed, but they don't seem to have enough shake to make guys miss.
That's a great point, because they do have the speed and just have not been able to separate themselves, and that is a credit to Louisville's defense. Wimprine again completing on that side. That time it's Anglin. He's angled out of bounds at the 20. And that'll stop the clock.
You know, you were talking about the Rams.
First down, sorry.
Talking about the Rams earlier. They have receivers in their heyday. They could beat you going 60, or they could take that 5-7 yard slant, and they could make a long play out of it. And Memphis hasn't been able to make the long play out of the short pass.
The yak, the yards after catch. 1st down and 10. 2 receivers out to the right. And again, you're going to have to explain the benefit of this offense, this style, getting to the line, the formation, still waiting for the play. You're going to have to explain that to me again.
Well, it's a benefit when you win.
I guess. Wimprine throwing. End zone. And it's dropped. There's a flag. Gideon was there, couldn't come down with it. Minkins was there, and apparently got too much of Gideon.
Well, remember, Gideon is 6'4", and Minkins is 5'10". And Minkins is giving one up. John L. doesn't think this is pass interference. There was some pushing going on down in the end zone.
Pass interference on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st and goal.
Now, who initiated the contact down there? Was this Gideon? You know, you can't push, at least that flagrantly, you can't push and drive the receiver away when the ball's in the air.
You know, Minkins pushed him, but he really pushed him towards the football. He almost improved Gideon's chances of making the catch. And you know what, Rod? With or without the contact, that's a flat-out drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the penalty.
But it doesn't go so in the books.
Wimprine cutting back. He's down to the 2-yard line. Rod Day, the stop. So let me get this straight. Is that 2 in a row?
Twice. It'll never happen again.
Consecutive pass interference calls that Rod actually agrees with.
So much for my 90%, huh?
A new ESPN record.
Or even my 65%.
2nd down and goal now. And those fans who have left the Liberty Bowl might have wished they'd stayed. Touchdown, Memphis. Dante Brown, end zone. And we're an extra point away from being a 2-score game.
Well,
and they might go for 2.
I think so. Fourth quarter.
Reese says it's okay now, right?
Fourth quarter, you're down by 12. You can look at the card. Card says, let's see, down by 12. 5:21 to go.
You don't need a card. You got it memorized. That completes an 87-yard drive. So it's a 12-point game. Looking to make it 10. Going for 2 here. And we get a flag.
Yeah, they took too long.
Good ball, delay of game on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay the try.
That's another very difficult penalty to take. So 2 times in a row, different penalties when they're trying to go for 2.
Yeah, and this one shouldn't happen, though. I mean, you know you're going to go for 2. You got to get
one play, right? Don't you? I mean, a 2-point conversion. These schools have what, 1, maybe 2 plays?
You got more than 1. You've got your little chart that tells you, okay, you got 3 or 4 plays you can use down here. So you got to be able to get it in and go. You're not leafing through a book.
Still going for the 2. Their lives made a little more difficult, and not even close. There is a flag down in the backfield. Still a 12-point game.
It's in the area where they usually have holding.
Holding on the offense. That penalty may decline. The point is no good.
Penalties have been Louisville's problems all season. Starting to bite Memphis a little bit tonight. 12-point game. 5:21 left.
Believe me, I know this place like the back of my hand.
The Saturn Vue comes standard with 4-wheel independent suspension.
This is it. You're gonna love
Split folding rear seats for more cargo space.
Excuse me. Check it out. Cannonball!
And dent-resistant side panels.
I'm cool.
The Saturn Vue. Get in, get away. Get the 2003 Saturn Vue for 0% APR for 5 years. For restrictions, see your retailer.
Breaking news from Midas. Right now, get guaranteed lifetime brake pads or shoes for just $39.95, and you'll never have to buy brakes again for as long as you own your car. Next stop, Midas. Lifetime brakes. $39.95, only at Midas.
As my friend Sergio from Rio says.
Excuse me, did you say Sergio?
From Rio.
Yes?
Your darkish, lightish hair?
About this high?
Heavy set, thin guy?
You know Sergio?
Yes.
Come join us! Wait. Let's go see Sergio.
Smirnoff Ice Premium Malt Beverage. Intelligent nightlife.
Coming up on SportsCenter, the Angels look to quiet the Twins in the Metrodome. Vince Carter is making noise again on the court, and the Dream is set to walk off the court for good. Join Kevin and John for SportsCenter Pacific.
ESPN2's presentation of primetime college football, brought to you by Saturn, makers of The View, the redesigned L Series, and coming this fall, the all-new Ion.
Certainly Louisville is used to these surroundings here in Memphis. In fact, this is the 4th straight year they have played here with Elvis sightings and Beale Street and all the trappings that Memphis has. They beat Memphis here in '99, then played in the 2000 Liberty Bowl, lost to Colorado State. Last year in the Liberty Bowl, beat BYU 28-10, and now another regular season game back here in Memphis. So certainly used to the working conditions here. There is your onside kick, and let's see, Memphis has it! On the onside kick, Cameron Essex came up with it.
And I think he actually got in there and took it away from Dante Spillman. Max Spillman got his hands on it, and Cameron Essex came flying in there. Now watch if that happened. There's right there. Yeah, Spillman got his hands on it, but Essex dove in there and took it away.
Rod, is that an automatic call? I mean, down 2, you need 2 touches, obviously. 5:16 left. Is that an automatic there?
Well, yeah, I think you do that. I think you have to do that, especially with Ragone on the other end.
Yep. Memphis has 2 timeouts left. Keep in mind, street ball is coming up next. And so Memphis will take over now from their own 45. Danny Wimprine, chance to show something. And able to complete across the middle. Darren White hangs on to the 40-yard line. Curry Burns made the stop. Gain of 14 on that play.
Well, remember, guys were dropping passes. That's a big catch. Darren White, who's dropped a couple, makes a big catch and takes a big hit.
Clock is ticking away. That last scoring drive was tremendous, but it took 4:05 off the clock. And a dangerous pass there. And there's a late flag. Minkins might have gotten busted for pass interference again on Travis Anglin.
Are they just picking on Minkins now? I mean, anytime he gets near a receiver, the yellow flag is coming out. That's 3 on him in this quarter.
Pass interference on the defense. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. 1st and 10.
See, and I thought he drove up the ball pretty well. I thought it was a pretty decent play. I think that's a pretty good play.
Looked like the ball had contact with the receiver.
I think that's
before
a good
the
play.
defensive back did.
That's a bang-bang play. You can't call pass interference on that.
That's kind of a drop, too. 3rd penalty on Louisville called the last 7 plays.
That's a bad call, though. I'm getting back to my percentage.
Here's Wimprine now. He's nearly tripped up. Now he'll take off, gets 1 block, finds it perfectly, and gets out of the 25. Got a good block from the wide receiver, the running back, Dante Brown, on Josh Minkins.
And every now and then, you need your quarterback to make a play when the coverage is real tight. And Wimprine stepped up that time and made a play and got out of bounds. So now they're in a good spot. 2nd down and about 2. And a chance to get in the end zone, even from where they are right now, if they get single coverage.
Wimprine did a lot of running last year. This season, they've given him more to handle, more of a prototypical quarterback, and has not taken off as often. They like to see a combination of both, similar to the way Ragone has played, especially here in the 2nd half. Wimprine throwing, and that's a bad ball behind his target. Antoine Hardy was fortunate it wasn't picked off by Curry Burns.
Yeah, he did get it behind him. But he didn't feel like he could lead him in front because the safety was actually sitting there a bit. So he tried to stick it in there on the line and just got it behind him. But, you know, right now, Cardinals are not giving them the single coverage they want out there.
3rd down and 2. Obviously 4-down territory if they look for the onside kick.
Yeah, they're trying to free up White, though, this time. They're bringing a little bit more pressure, trying to get White loose.
Rushing 6, Wimprine gets it off. Oh, it's caught! And Travis Anglin could not stay on his feet, or that would have been 6. Minkins had the coverage. This is a tough 4th quarter to be Josh Minkins, by the way.
Oh, he's had a rough time of it. Not all of it his fault. And that pass interference call, the last one, not good. But then he got blocked pretty well by Dante Brown on the scramble. And then they come right back at him, and he barely hangs on to make the tackle.
Coaching staff told us Minkins has had a great season, played the best game of his career against Florida State, and he might be a next-level guy. He'll pick up a paycheck on Sunday. Here's Wimprine going to take off. Not much of an option there. More like a quarterback draw as he gets it down to the 10. And Memphis will spend a timeout. They'll have 1 timeout left with 4:05 to play here in the 4th. Need 2 scores. Need 2 touchdowns. It's a 12-point game.
Ice Premium Malt Beverage. Intelligent nightlife.
Back in Memphis for the thrilling conclusion of this one, college football Tuesday night here on ESPN2. Want to welcome our viewers from Soto Cano Air Base in Honduras who are watching the game from the Lizard Lounge. That sounds like a place you and I might hang out, the Lizard Lounge. Want to thank you guys and girls for joining us and hope getting at least a few moments of enjoyment watching some great college football action.
Find a Lizard Lounge on Beale Street. That'll be the next objective.
Somebody call information. It's the Lizard Lounge on Beale Street, please. On 2nd down and 8. Again, 1 timeout remaining for Memphis. So they need 6, and they need it in a hurry. Lofton. End zone. It is dropped. Nearly had it, and Anglin could not hang on. That's got to go as another drop, and that one really hurts. That was 6.
Yeah, it's a tough one. He had him. He also had White wide open over the middle, but he goes for the fade instead, and that is a drop. He had that one momentarily.
He beat Minkins on the play, by the way, Rod. Poor Josh Minkins. 3rd down and 8 now. Again, Anglin relatively new to the quarterback position, so you want to cut him a break. Still learning the wide receiver spot, but that was 6.
Well, the protection's been good.
3rd and 8.